What's good, people? It's the Rap Roundtable here. Your boy Jobs, the Rap Snob, Diddy the Balance, the homie Mase. We just need y'all to like, share, and subscribe when you tap into the videos. We're trying to reach 10K subs, and with your help, we can definitely do that. Especially people who watch the videos and don't sub. You watching, we appreciate it, but the subs help us run it up even more. For our people who are already sub, make sure you hit that bell right next to the subscribe option. Pick all. When you pick all, it allows us to feed you what you need to get from us immediately. If you don't hit all, you'll get it when YouTube decides to give it to you. But if you hit all, you get the streams, you get the community posts, you get our regular uploads, you get everything. Hit all, help us run these numbers up, 10K, build a Rap Roundtable brand. Tap in with us. Peace.
The Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir. New York City is on fire. You know how it goes when some shit pop off in the world. Y'all see what's going on with Palestine. You know, rest in peace to those who've lost their lives. We're not the political podcast, but we're aware of what's going on. Rest in peace with all the warring and the different factions, Palestine, Israel. We understand, and because of that, it's come to our doorstep. It's protests in New York City. I had to navigate those protests to get to the guys here at the Rap Roundtable to deliver.
Made it, bro.
Episode 82 of the most dangerous, most inspirational, most influential, enhancement-free New York's #1 podcast for hip-hop, the Rap Roundtable. You know what I'm saying?
The podcast with the most fire beats.
Come on now.
Check.
Come on now. Fuck, let's get that out the way. This beat brought to you by Sincere the Rap Snob. He makes beats.
Holla at me.
Tap in, rappers. We seen a few of y'all say y'all looking for beats. There'll be emails coming your way very soon. Look out for that. You know what I mean? I'm about to just send emails and don't tell sin. But you got place, bro. Yeah. Don't ask no fucking questions. You got place.
Get in tune.
But as always, you know what I'm saying? We hear reviews. We hear top tier podcasts out here. Again, you know, this space is active. It's growing. But it's not even up for debate. When it comes to who has the eyeballs of the powers that be in this shit, it's the Rap Roundtable. We're not arguing that. There's been too many instances, even shit we don't talk about, when niggas identify us and they know who we are. And in some cases, because we are the most influential, they take our bars.
Bar for bar, flow for flow.
A podcast that we remain nameless for political reasons, you know what I mean, took... Because we know you watching, and things I want you to know that we know that you know that we know. Listen to the Rap Roundtable's breakdown and reaction of the Drake album to only then regurgitate Sincere's bars word for word on their highly reputable podcast. And I had to stop the shit, screen record it, and send it to the group chat because it's like, wait a minute, which one of y'all niggas said this shit? Because I know I heard this on our shit. You know what I mean?
Grab from here, grab from there. You know what I mean? Make your own album. That's all our bars right there.
Come on, bro. Word for word, line for line.
Flow for flow.
You know what I'm saying? Most influential, most inspirational, no enhancements. We love New Delhi, though. We love that location. New Delhi. But no enhancements.
Also, we're the only real roundtable out here.
Talk about it,
man. Ain't no other roundtable.
The latest influence... Fuck it, we gonna say it. The Rotation Roundtable on Amazon Podcast, Amazon Music, whatever the fuck, on the internet.
Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to y'all.
That's crazy.
Several hundred views.
Shout out to Jeff Bezos. If you want a roundtable on your platform, we're right here. You know what I'm saying? That's the only roundtable that counts these days, in my opinion. Rotation Roundtable.
It's all in fun.
Like, hey, when I see that.
Only roundtable acknowledges rap. You heard?
Come on now. And if you don't know by now, it's your boy Jov here, alongside Sincere the Rap Snob.
What up?
Alongside Diddy the Balance. Alongside the homie Mase.
My God.
We are the Rap Roundtable. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, and of course Twitter, one of the most active social media sites for hip hop discourse. You want the clout, you go to Instagram. You want to argue about some shit, you go to Twitter. Facebook is a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? And your old parents who want to be down. You know how it go.
Your uncle and aunties.
This is episode 82, and as always,
we are tonight's entertainment.
If you hadn't noticed on the Rap Roundtable, you know, we took a little break from discussing Nas for the past couple of releases.
Yeah.
Some of you guys didn't appreciate that, and we understand. You know, there's a lot of Nas fans that subscribe to the Rap Roundtable.
Hey, Leah.
But hey, shit, you know what I mean? But nevertheless,
early today.
we want to be expansive because we're the Rap Roundtable. So we talked about some things. Some of y'all fucked with it. Surprisingly, y'all fucked with the Drake talk. I'm surprised. Y'all didn't really fuck with the West Side Gun talk so much, which is also a surprise. You would think it would be the opposite based on our audience, but you pulled up when you could, and we appreciate it. But we know the Nas fans want to hear us talk about Nas. So now that the dust is settled, Magic 3 has gotten its place within the lexicon of Nas discussions.
Right.
You know, we haven't done our fantasy draft yet because we got to redo it now that we have 3 more albums since the last one.
That's a fact.
But we have to do the Hitboy era power rankings. So what we're gonna do is with this segment, each 4 of us are gonna give their particular power rankings list, and then we're gonna put one cohesive Rap Roundtable list together from the 4 of us. Yeah. Feel free to put your list of the 6 albums in the chat as well, or in the comment section, wherever you see fit. Since the Rap Snob, as always, you're gonna bat first with this Nas segment.
Yeah, of course.
6 albums, all produced by Hitboy.
All Hitboy.
If you had to put them in order, what is your list, good brother?
I'll start off
from 6 to 1.
I'll start off from the bottom. Is that a pause?
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Damn.
Come on, bro.
Early.
Oh, man. See me trolling us, bro.
At this point, he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, it's got to be.
He's doing it on purpose, bro.
You heard me, like, literally
Send through that off the backboard to himself, bro.
T-Mac jump.
I said, wait, let me let him catch it.
Oh,
man.
What? Hey, yo, that one was an accident. Yeah, as a matter of fact, yo, Maul, turn this mic off. What's going on, bro?
Yo, go to Dini first.
Yeah, Dini, what's your list, my nigga? We're gonna let him reset himself, B.
All right,
pause.
man.
What the fuck?
We're starting off with the
Afro.
legendary, the incomparable, the just KD3.
That's 6 for you, D?
No, we start from the bottom down.
Bottom to the top.
Bottom
Pause
top.
again.
Oh, so then you know where I'm going. Magic 2.
Oh.
Magic 2.
Wow.
People gonna be mad up there.
They can be mad.
Wow.
That's all right. This is my opinion.
You know
That's
why?
crazy, bro.
Because there is no bottom to this
Fam.
list. According to some of the
It's 6 ones.
Wax on, wax off. Dini Miyagi.
Right.
Let me do my thing. Magic 3 will be my 5th.
Copy.
KD 1 will be my 4th. Magic 1 will be my 3rd.
Okay.
KD 2, exceptional album. Oof, will be my 2nd. Like I said, man, KD 3, I just checks every box, bro. From the old head to the new head, like vibes, sounds, every box. KD 3.
We like boxes here at the Rap Round.
Every
Okay.
box?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
Sin,
Classic album.
you got any more breakdowns before we pass it over to Sin?
Nah.
All right, cool. Sincere, are you ready
Yeah,
this time?
I think I'm set.
All right,
I think I'm
okay.
set.
Have the buttons ready, Joe.
Mhm.
Get your finger ready.
Oh, it's ready.
Hey, yo! What the fuck, bro? Dini.
Yo, switch seats, Mase.
That was Dini's fault. That was Dini's fault this time.
What's going on? Yo! What's going
bro.
on?
I'm a little
man.
sleep deprived, man.
Listen, man.
Just
My
give
brother.
your fucking list. Don't say nothing else.
All right.
Just
Pick
give
another
your
good
list.
drink and proceed, bro.
Number 6.
Jesus
It's got to be
Christ.
Magic 2. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry
man.
out there.
Oh,
If you're a
man.
fan of Magic 2,
Oh, man, bruh.
My own heart.
Wow.
it is what it is.
That's crazy.
Is it crazy? Is it crazy, really?
To them?
Something had to end up at number 6.
You right.
You can't have 6 number 1s. They're not all tied.
Mm-hmm. So not Dylon.
So-
Dylon.
It's not 6 Dylons.
Oh,
No, it's not 6 Dylons.
Okay.
Shit.
Number 5, and this was a little tough for me.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to put KD 1 at number 5.
Oh,
Wow.
And I like that album a lot.
going on here.
That's crazy.
But considering where the rest of the 6 albums, the rest of this era went, I listened back to KD 1 and I'm like, you could kind of like feel how this was their starting point. You know what I mean? They hadn't quite coalesced yet, with their sounds and the vibes and everything creatively. So, you know, there was a little bit. There was a little bit of rust. I felt like there was a little bit of rust there with Nas trying to like get back in his bag. Not too much to where I don't enjoy the album, but compared to the rest of the six, or the rest of the five, because Magic 3 was below it, I'm gonna have to put it at number 5. Some people might be upset with this next one as well. I'm gonna put Magic 3 at number 4. I know, like, listen, I know a lot of people that think Magic 3 is the best of the 6.
Wow, bro. That's crazy,
it's a
bro.
whole 5 mic plus album.
What the fuck?
Perfect 10 out of 10. And then some. It's a great album.
Nas fans right now.
Get rid of this guy.
It's a great album. But again, I'm always one to say I have to sit with an album for a good amount of time before it really settles in to its proper place within my listening history. You know what I mean? So right now Magic 3 is at number 4. KD 2 is at number 3. That KD 2 is heavy, bro.
KD 2 is crazy.
Magic number 2, and of course KD 3, the goat of the goats from this run. KD 3 number 1.
All right. I like that breakdown. I like that list a lot. Let me know what y'all think in the chat about that list. Masito, let's hear your 6, bro.
I'm a join this cipher. Magic 2 is number 6.
Okay.
Listen. Because if they all shine, and you know, the rest of them are clear, like great albums. Magic 2 is like experimentation. It's like it. After Magic 3 came out, I didn't go back to Magic 2. I'm gonna just put it like that. So Magic 2, like it. Magic 2 is just too experimental. You know what I mean? The highs aren't as high as the rest of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm gonna go KD 1-5 for me. I agree with Sin. It kind of sounds like they're still getting their reps in.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's only really because of, you know, the run that happened after it. But it's still, listening to it in retrospect, you're like, okay, I can see they were trying to make this record here. You know what I mean? They were trying to do this here. When I feel like down the line, things started getting way more natural for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for number 4, go Magic 3, bro. I'm gonna go Magic 3. Listen, this is
flow for flow. God damn.
hey man, call me redacted. So like, yeah, Magic. So Magic 3, you know, great album. You know, maybe it's because I haven't been able to just appreciate it as long as the other ones. The other ones have stood the test of time to a degree at this point, because we are talking about the last 3 years, right? So for number 3, this is really what it starts getting tough in the list, though. You know what I mean? But for number 3, we gonna go KD 2. I stay to this day, Death Row East may be my best song in the entire discography.
I'm gonna hide my list.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Listen, you know, listen, man. I'm trying to get like the mother niggas, man.
Talk about it.
Fuck that. So yeah,
Let me.
Facts.
so KD 2, you know, great album, clearly a step up. You know what I mean? There were more moves on this album. There was more concepts on this album. Like, this is where you could tell, like, okay, we're going to spin back. This is that 01. You know what I mean? Like, 2000 was nice, but we're going to show y'all what we really do over here. You know what I mean? That's Kobe and Shaq for you, you know, unathletic folks. For number 2, man.
From bucket hats.
You know, I'm
Multicolored bucket hats. Proceed. Man.
where do you cop those?
He caught them all at the same time, by the way.
BJ's a big sale.
Listen, man, you know what I mean? Get some bread off when you get them all at the same time. You know what I mean?
And it's the John Cena of podcasting, bro. Different colors of the same fit. That's crazy.
Same shit, man. Not even no Peter Griffin shit.
Not
But,
even.
number 2, listen. Number 2, KD 3.
Wow.
Super classic. You know, we know. Listen, I get, for most people, this is like the epitome of the run. You know what I mean? I don't know if it has. Have we passed the Grammy stage for this? I feel like this is the album that should really win a Grammy.
It probably might.
You know what I mean? They're not to be trusted anyway, but who knows? But KD3
November last year,
right?
Might
The
still
Rap
be
Roundtable.
Her loss is in the running for the Grammys this year.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
Drake
why
finally
not?
submitted his shit. But yeah, KD3, great album.
I
I
didn't
don't
care
know
about Grammys and awards and all that.
well, once you
right?
get one, you want two.
You know
You know what I mean?
He need another
Especially when you
doorstop.
feel like you needed a few of them already.
That's
Like,
a fact.
you deserve a few of them already.
Let me get that PC. That's what he said.
You feel me?
As to the allure, man.
Fuck that. But flawless album, great album. You know what I mean? I don't have anything bad to say about KD3. I know number 2 KD3. You know what I mean? The tomatoes is at the screen right now. But like, listen, number 1 is Magic 1. Ain't nothing topping that for me in this series, bro. Like, this is, to me, KD3. Yeah, it might be more polished, but this is like that rugged. You know what I mean? Winter night, bro. Like,
Hell of an intro.
gave us the.
Unlaced Tim boots.
You feel me? Gave us
Spacious
the a
intro.
good ASAP Rocky verse. That's
With
once
the
every
hood-
decade, bro.
With the hoodie under the smoke.
Yeah.
You feel me? Got
yeah.
Primo on there like y'all motherfuckers be asking. Like,
Yeah.
come on, just
Rare form.
pure unadulterated heat, man. Like Magic 1, that's the one for me. That's the top of the list, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I mean, you a dangerous nigga, but you know what I'm saying? Putting Magic at number 1.
Yeah,
I mean,
trust me.
yeah, you know. I wanna be the outlier and not put Magic 2 at 6. But if we're being truthful,
Just sip
Keep
the
it-
Kool-Aid with the rest
keep
of
it
us,
a bean,
man.
You know what I
bro.
mean?
Come home.
Complete the cipher.
if we're being realistic about the body of work and we're doing a power rankings, I'm just explaining myself because y'all be getting tight with us. Somebody was gonna be 6, right? It just so happened that it's Magic 2. Now, Magic 2 is still better than a lot of the shit these other niggas is putting out there.
Right.
That's the caveat. But if you're
Right.
comparing Magic 2 against what's been created and curated by Nas and Hit, this has to be 6, right?
Talk about it.
For me now, it gets a little shaky because I'm not really in lockstep with my brothers when it comes to this next album. It's KD2. I'm on record. I don't love that album the way y'all love that album. The way y'all love that album. Y'all know that already. I've been not breaking new ground here.
Where's the button?
Yeah.
Which button you want? That's fair. And again, this is not a power ranking that's based on bad and good. It's just ranking which album is better than the other. For me, KD2 is not up there like the rest of these albums. Forgive me. What do you want? What do you want from me? I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Likes what he likes, man.
Shit. You right. You right. But I like the other one a lot better than this one. KD1 for me, where y'all talk about reps and whatever the fuck else y'all want to talk about. I like the mystery of KD1. I loved KD1 in real time. Y'all go check the tape. I did. I like the fact that there was a newness to Nas alongside Hitboy. The sonics were different. The subject matter was a little different. The way the album flowed was like, to Mace's point, yeah, they were trying to find their reps, but Nas showed us in that space, coming out of what happened with Nasir, that at this point in my career, I'm willing to take risks that I wouldn't take. When was the last? I always go back to this song because that was a song that did it for me and let me know he's on a different kind of time. Where was the spicy before that record? Where was some of that album had a vibe? Like Diddy himself said it. That album was vibey. He tried to step outside of his comfort zone and he still delivered the textbook flawless flow that we know by way of different kind of sounds and Hitboy trying to find that niche, but that mystery, not knowing what's next. I talked about that with the West Side Gun album. Ain't nothing like not knowing what's next and excitedly anticipating what could be next. And to me, I gave that a 4.2 in real time. I love KD1. I think the album is fire. For me, I felt like KD2 should have built upon KD1. I felt like KD1 was, in fact, the opposite of finding your reps, whereas Hitboy allowed Nas to get more in his comfort zone sonically before we got Magic. Right. And then we took off in a completely different direction. Right. That's why I don't love KD2. I feel like KD2 is a Nas album. We know, like, you didn't get with Hitboy to just make a Nas album.
What's wrong with that?
I'm talking about as far as sonically, it's Nas and Nas's most comfortable bag.
It's two Nas.
You spoiled me with KD1. What do you want from me? So far I got Magic 2. You know what I mean? All right, it is what it is. I'm sorry. KD 2, then KD 1.
Okay.
Now we get into the top 3. Magic 3, I believe he stuck the landing. If we're gonna leave the right way. Magic 3 did that. It has big shoes to fill. But coming off of Magic 2, it wasn't that difficult. It's clear that Magic 2 was the appetizer for Magic 3. Magic 3, he took more risks. I love the beat selection. I love the rapping. I love the way that Nas and Hitboy kind of consummated, for lack of a better word, their creative marriage. If you need that, I don't know for the, you know what I mean? But nevertheless, if they never make another album, like we said when we did the reaction, this was Jordan against Utah. We good. We set. If it wasn't for King's Disease 3, this would have been number 1. Because to me, Magic at number 2 for me changed the way we view this entire 6-album body of work. Coming out of KD 2, I'm not going to say that the excitement level wasn't there, but being that KD 1 was something else, KD 2 was more in Nas's bag, the surprise album was like, all right, what's next? We didn't know. And it was Nas surprise albums. I think we got, did KD 2 and Magic 1 drop the same year? Am I remembering that wrong?
KD 2 and Magic
1.
Yeah. Unheard of at the time. Two albums from Nas. Like, what we doing here?
That's
Christmas
crazy.
time? Fuck. And then Speechless comes on, and I'm like, oh, what?
Cooks.
First of all, I didn't know Hitboy had that in him. That was when my respect for Hitboy changed. Because it's like, this motherfucker's making New York shit, and he's a Cali nigga. And he's making Havoc-esque type of shit.
That was tough, man.
No skips.
And then in KD 3 gave us Done.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? We go right to KD 3. I don't gotta say nothing else about that album. The fact that you gave us Magic and KD 3 back to back.
That's crazy.
At that point in his career? Are you serious? John Elway back to back at the end of his career?
Top tier raps.
Are you
good
serious?
Vibes. Pocket work was exceptional. Great body of work.
It's almost well. Let me not say it's
Magic
almost.
2 didn't have a chance.
But it's slightly reminiscent of Illmatic into It Was Written.
There you go. There you go.
I mean,
in reverse though. Because KD 3 is better than Magic 2, no?
No, but I mean in the sense of like
Magic
is the pure album, and then KD 3 is the polished. I mean, the more polished, thought out album.
Magic and KD 3 are the reason why we're not necessarily okay with these guys not making music anymore.
Right.
Just come back at some point and say it's a break. We'll be okay. We'll be okay with you saying it's a break and not a full on we're moving on. But that's my list. But what is a definitive rap roundtable Nas and Hitboy era power ranking list? We know it's Magic 2 at 6.
Yes.
But now let's start figuring out the rest. Cecilia, I'll lead you. What would you prefer at number 5?
I'd stick with KD 1.
Okay. Diddy?
Magic 3.
At 5?
At 5.
KD 1.
It's 2 KD 1s. I had KD 2 at 5. That's not happening. I'll put KD 1 at 5 just because the only double picks are KD 1. So KD 1 is at 5. At 4, what do we do?
Magic 3.
I got Magic 3.
Yeah, Magic 3 at 4.
Magic 3. I'm not fighting. This is gonna be straight.
Now the real work comes in.
This is a democracy.
I'm gonna take my L at 1.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
this is a democracy. Yeah. So at 3, we doing KD 2?
KD 2 at 3. Yeah.
I had Magic at 3.
I don't think that's happening.
Nah,
no way.
It's already with 2, 3.
You got KD 2
I got
Magic?
KD 2 at 3.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I got KD 2 at 3.
I love
KD.
You got Magic at 1.
Wow,
Magic at 2.
bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro.
So KD 2 is 3.
Yeah,
KD 2 is 3. Yeah.
And at number 2, we have
Magic.
Grand Magic.
Magic.
And you know what we doing at number 1?
KD 3.
That
The
KD
infamous-
3 is special, man.
Infamous KD 3. Shout out to Nas and Hitboy for the culmination of just a beautiful series. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, 6 fire albums. You can't go wrong. But that's our rankings of the 6 projects. Feel free to throw tomatoes at us or shake our hand, whatever you choose. We'll put
Right.
your 6 in order and let us know how you feel about it. You know what I mean?
I know one person is going to be livid but I'm not saying this.
If you're gonna be angry, decide your mother's 6 favorite meals. You know what I'm saying? And go from there. If you're gonna be angry, come on, y'all. We gotta stop the bullshit.
Listen,
can't lose.
You can't lose. We are grading championships.
One of Jordan's 6 rings was the worst. One of them was.
It might have been 6.
You know what I mean? I think
Didn't
so.
Kobe say 5 was his
96
best?
was bad too.
Because it's not that he just did it by
96?
himself
96
without
them
Shaq,
finals?
but he did it again.
96, he won 72 though.
No, but them finals,
They
GP was locking that boy
70,
up, man.
We know Jordan's 93 is his number 1.
That's number 1.
You know
That's
what I mean?
number 1.
Kobe's 2010
09?
is his number 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did it again and did it by himself.
Right.
Yeah. LeBron's is Golden State. So everything has tiers and levels. Sorry for the sports references.
I think
man.
Steph is last
My
year.
bad.
He's grinding those teeth.
Steph is the Golden State when he won. When they just cooked them boys
Boston.
the other day. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Steph's signature right there.
We're sticking with the album talk, fellas. In the recent couple of weeks, we got For All the Dogs, followed by And Then You Pray For Me.
Yeah.
Consider Rap Snob hit me on the side and was like, yo, based on these releases, and other things that I've heard, I'm concerned about the state of the hip-hop / rap album in 2023. So consider Rap Snob. Shed some light on why you're concerned about the bodies of work that these rappers are producing.
Before I talk about the state of the rap album today, let's take it back. Let's take it back to like 96.
Memory lane.
You know what I mean? You got Nas controlling shit here. Well, Nas and Biggie, but Nas dropped It Was Written that year. You know what I mean? Jay dropped Reasonable Doubt, but he wasn't like, he wasn't the top tier guy at the time just yet.
Right.
Pac was out west controlling shit. He might have been controlling the whole culture at the time. You know what I mean? And you get albums from these guys. You know what I mean? And these are bodies of work that, they're led by a lead single. You know what I mean? You got to try to entice the fans, like give them something to bring them into the album. But once they get up off of their ass, leave the house, go to the store, spend their hard-earned money, leave the store with a physical album, a physical body of work, break it open, throw it into their stereo, they press play, and at the time it was still cassettes, might have been CDs too at the time, but you press play and you go on you get taken on a journey. These artists, what they wanted to do was create a journey for the listener. Press play at the beginning, you might have a little intro, you have a first song that's like, it serves its purpose as a launching pad. You get into maybe like a few singles, you get into the story song, you get into the personal song, you get into the social commentary song, but you're taken into the journey of an artist's mind. Everything that they're thinking about, everything that they've experienced, everything that they look forward to, there's so many nuances and levels to what artists used to give you with an album. You know what I mean? And you had to, because when you knew that a fan made a commitment, they spent their money, their time, their energy going out to get your album. And and as such, they take you on a journey beginning to end, from track 1 to track whatever the last track is. You know what I mean? Fast forward, you know what I mean? You get CDs, all of a sudden CDs are much more popular. You get to skip songs much more easily. Oh, I don't have to play this song. I could just skip to the next one, right? Fast forward that, you start getting MP3s, and now you have the streaming era. And like with every level of the technology,
advances,
with every technological jump, it makes it easier for an artist to give you a body of work that doesn't necessarily have to take you on that type of journey anymore. You know what I mean? Because now it's more of, especially now with the streaming era, what fan bases can I tap into? You know what I mean? I'm not relying on my fans and my fan base. Now I'm creating content that is tapping into different algorithms. How can I bleed into this algorithm over here with this artist? How can I bleed into that algorithm over there with that artist, right? And when you take that approach to it, I feel like the album, we have to sing it a eulogy, man. It's R.I.P. for the album as we know it. Yeah. The album front to back as a journey, as a body of work, as something that has a theme or a narrative. You know what I mean? I think that's over and done with, man. Like now it's gonna be from here on out. Like, and there's a couple of albums that we talked about that obviously, you know, has led me to think about this and have this conversation with my brothers. But the more that artists take notice, especially with all this talk of, you know, rap albums or rap sales being down, hip hop sales being down 40% or whatever the figures are. You know what I mean? Like, artists are gonna start trying to figure out, well, how can I get these numbers back up? How can I game the system? How can I, like, you know what I mean? Like crack the code. And, you know, for a lot of people, I think cracking the code is gonna be, well, instead of creating this experience front to back for a fan, let me see how many different fan bases I could tap into at once to try to maximize my spins. You know what I mean? And as such, I think the rap album is a thing of the past.
Now, normally, you know, I would pass over here and let somebody else talk, but I'm gonna jump in here. I'm gonna start some shit. First and foremost, we got David James in the building. We're gonna be interviewing him later on in the episode.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Shout out. But Sin, to me, it just sounds like, and a lot of the general public would probably say this about you specifically, that you're an out of touch, angry old head who doesn't understand where the space is going. So what would you say to that?
Two things can be true at the same time.
Okay. Fair play.
You know
Fair play. I'm just covering the bases.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, especially where rap is right now, there's so many independent artists who are doing their own things, have their own niches, have their own brands, that we just can't keep up with them. Rap, to use another cynicism, has been homogenized so much so that there's in the internet and a relationship, it's so much access to various artists that it just makes it difficult to keep up. But there's gonna be some young guys hearing Sin saying that, and he's like, but my shit is fire. What are you talking about? Maybe you need to tap into my shit. But I'm in lockstep. I'm becoming an angry old head, and I agree with Sin, only because as far as I understand, yeah, there's independent artists who are putting out fire. But the people who have the cameras on them, the reality is the niggas with the light on them, but the niggas controlling the space. The niggas who are controlling the quote algorithm that is rap, right? And the music that's coming out in 2023, as far as bodies of work, let's take Nas out the equation and a few others, it's been some bullshit coming out, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I ain't gonna...
We got an album coming out in a couple of days called Real Ass Whores. This is where you want rap to go?
We gonna tap into
and I'm not even on my misogynist vibes because I love the ladies. I love pussy rap. Don't get me wrong. I love that shit.
Do you?
Yes. Quality pussy rap is good. It's good rap, nevertheless.
I won't push
it's
back
the
to
bad pussy.
QPR.
It's the bad pussy rap. It's the bad pussy rap that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is,
I want to know what good pussy rap is. That's a different day.
All right.
Lil
I mean,
Kim.
like, yeah. But like in the newer age, women who reference their vagina in a way that's just not their whole shtick. Like you could.
I got you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if your album is Real Ass Whores and then you make bongos and whatever the fuck else, that's pussy rap.
Yo, that
Wow.
bongos rap. What happened to that bongos? Anybody heard it anywhere?
It's a Twitter headline. That's all
I heard
it
it
is.
for
Gone.
one place. I heard it that weekend.
But if you're looking at
That weekend.
Yeah.
if Drake is the number
like
one
90 on the
star in rap, for better or worse, agree, disagree, yeah, I don't make the rules, right? And he drops For All the Dogs. And fuck what the sales say. Yeah, he got records that's going number one. But if critically these albums are not that's not good for the space. You know what I mean? West Side Gun drops a 21-track album. For the most part, niggas are upset. It's disjointed. They don't like it. That's not good for the space. So you got the most commercial nigga dropping an album that's critically weak. The overground, underground nigga, the most lit one out of the set, it's not critically good. Then you got a bunch of mixed bags in between. Yeah, you might have a special machinery. Yeah, you might have the EP that ran drop. But they don't have the light the same way those other names I just mentioned have the light. You can't have guys with the cameras and the lights on them putting out bullshit because then it just feels like anybody can do it. Now, honestly, rap in 2023, I think needs a classic. We need somebody to drop an undisputed classic album with the light on them before we could get to a space where we could end the rap is in trouble conversation. Pusha T's supposed to drop. Is he gonna drop a classic? I don't know. No disrespect to the Nas fans, because I know y'all said what Nas did. Nas, as we all know, don't have the light on him the way other niggas have the light on him. So that's why I said moving from the conversation. Niggas who are a little more social media active, a little more, quote, clout active. Nas have never been a clout chaser. You know what I'm saying? They the niggas who need that shit.
Here's the thing.
Because Jimmy Joe, some new niggas gonna put out some bullshit.
Who's gonna connect all the Venn diagrams though of all the fan bases for it to be a
Cole?
Drake.
Cole could do it. we just saw that
Drake's demo is 65% of Drake fans are girls between the ages of 18 and 40, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And it's Cole. Cole gotta drop some fire. Is rap just exhausted? Is there a new classic? Where's the next new sound of rap?
Because here's my thing about it. It's like, why as an artist in the game, in the space, if you're looking at the landscape, why would you spend like a year, 2 years, maybe 5 years, meticulously crafting an album that's personal and that breaks new ground, tells new stories that haven't really been told in this genre, when you're seeing the rest of the landscape doing bullshit and getting over on it? What's the incentive? What's the incentive behind having this level of artistic integrity and locking yourself in the studio for a couple of years to really dig deep and be like, nah, I want to put an album together that's both aesthetically pleasing, right? Orally pleasing.
What are you doing, bro?
Nah, they sound the same. The words sound the same. Like here.
That's a technical foul.
R-A-L.
Finn made a bet on FanDuel for pauses this episode, bro. Take a drink. Over under 8 pauses.
Starting with 83, we gonna take a bet before every episode for the fans. Like, I bet. You know what I mean? Over under sit with 3 pauses. You know what I mean?
But auditorily.
The Tim Donnie hit
I don't know.
Pod, bro.
I'm a little drunk. I don't know if that's even a word, but
we'll allow it. We'll allow it.
My God.
You'll allow it, nigga.
You will allow it. It's better than whatever the hell he just said a second ago. I'll accept it.
But yeah, like what's the incentive behind, you know, putting your heart and soul behind an album when you see other people doing bullshit and they get over and they do the numbers? You know what I mean?
All right, so Masito, talk to me, bro.
The thing is, this conversation is layered, right? There's a lot of aspects to this conversation, right? Because when we speak about this era, right, what preceded that, right? What was going on online? We gotta remember, online, this is the everything is trash era. Your shit came out at 12, at 12:45. I'm gonna tell you that's the worst album of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, people at the moment in time that Sin is mentioning was, and this is no shots, it was a magazine is gonna tell us this shit is hot, and we all gonna believe that the what it said. Nowadays, it's like everybody has an opinion. It's like when's the last Universal classic? When is the last Universal classic?
Shit. Universal
classic.
Don't get mad. It's not.
Is it
we would say KD3, but as far as like commercial, not commercial,
right?
I'm talking about everyone says yes. It might be
Daytona.
No, it might be the Kanye Dark Twisted
Fantasy.
13 years?
Might be. Yeah, the one that's undisputed where everybody fucks with it.
Why? Like,
Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid. That right. Good Kid. Another decade-old album. So it's like
some of the Gibbs projects, no? Or Gibbs is considered underground.
I think Gibbs is kind of, I can see it. I seen that. But that's kind of in the Nas vein, if you think, right?
I'm sorry, Sin.
What's the vibes?
Low key.
Damn is a classic, nigga. We're not doing that. Damn is a classic, bro. Y'all can say what y'all want to say.
2017.
Damn is a classic.
You can argue it.
It can be argued. It can be argued.
Definitely argue it.
Y'all can say what y'all want.
I don't think it's as universally acclaimed as Good Kid, Mad City.
I don't think it's
I don't
loved.
even think it's as acclaimed as To Pimp a Butterfly.
All right, so bet. Let me flip it. It's not loved by the left wing white people the same way. Good Kid. You know what I
Sorry,
mean?
Walter.
You know what I mean?
we knew y'all was gonna get into it that way.
But to the black people, damn, it's some shit. You know what I mean? It's fire.
And even that's 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Aubrey don't got no classics.
why create? Aubrey got about 3 classics actually.
Where they at?
Where they at? Where they at? Where they at?
Listen, y'all don't listen to R&B.
Not for nothing. Matter of fact, let's scale it
What you want
back.
me to do?
If you're reading this, is too late. Classic.
Classic. Take Care is a classic.
Take Care is a
bro.
classic.
The one with the blue. The one with the blue style.
If we put
If you
compilations
ask a
as
Drake
classics,
fan, if you ask a Drake fan, nigga, a lot of Drake fans say Views is a classic.
And which is the one with the blue?
That's the Views
nothing
that
is
one.
the same.
That bro.
What?
Listen, I don't know if I've said
which one?
I don't know if I've said
Hits
this
on hits on hits
at
on
the
hits.
table officially.
It's arguable.
But my favorite Drake album, besides If You're Reading This Is Too Late, which is half his album, asterisk, is Nothing Was the Same. That's my favorite Drake album.
It's a lot of hits on that.
And
bro.
If You're Reading This Is Too Late was technically called a mixtape.
that's a
Right.
classic.
I mean,
to me.
that's another thing that's weird about this era. But so there's so many layers to this conversation. We're asking people to create for an unattainable goal. Like that, like, let's be honest here. Nobody's gonna call your shit a classic, and why even create with that? You know what I mean? Why not? Because listen, at the end of the day, somebody flame me in the chat for saying this, but artists nowadays literally want you to listen to this shit and find your favorite 5 or your favorite 6 or your favorite 10. You know what I'm saying? That's right, but that's not
It's the stream
that's
game.
an effect, not a, you know what I'm saying? Or that's because of the way the game was going.
Right. They're
You know what I'm
playing the
saying?
game.
They didn't
They're
start
reacting
that.
to the game.
Right.
Right.
They reacted to the game.
No. I understand that fully. I'm not blaming the artists.
You was gonna skip a bunch of tracks anyway. You might as well save the time.
Right. And it's like,
but why are we playing? So what you putting a song on the project for? If you know niggas is gonna
Just
skip
release
it?
we always had to skip something, bro.
because y'all not gonna listen to R&B Drake, but I am. This is what I'm saying. Like, why not?
Here's my question. Why
checks
not
every
just release
box.
Lucy every other week?
Listen,
Why
and
put a
that's-
project
Because
together?
you
Why
still
put an
want to
album
appease. You
together?
still want to appease. All right, I look
still
at it
got
like
record
this, bro.
labels. You
I still
still
look at
got-
it like this, bro. Like at the end of the day,
Do we?
you still want to
I think
appease.
they're on their way out too.
You still want to appease
Hopefully.
your peers. You know what I'm saying? Like when we here at the booth right now, my nigga, we're not doing this for the little bozo niggas to watch this shit and say, oh, these 4 guys on some podcast. We're not doing it for that, bro. We doing it for niggas that really love the culture, who really want to hear some shit. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
not wrong.
So that's my point. So you still gonna make them albums for niggas who want to hear albums. There's still
The
niggas
Rap
like you, bro.
Roundtable.
Y'all niggas just don't go out and buy the albums like the way the young niggas
we're
do.
dying
though.
out though. We're dying out.
So you gonna support who support you?
Shit,
The young niggas is flying to the shows. They buying $200 merch shirts. They doing that, bro. So you gonna appease the niggas that spend the paper. When you go back to spending $200 to go to the front row, $300 to go to the front row, $90 shirts, you gonna do that. They'll make it for you, my
Which
nigga.
goes back to what I first said to Sin.
So it's a tour.
It's the young. It's still
It's
a young
business.
man's game. Young niggas is looking at Sin like you bugging the fuck out because random nigga with tats on his face and purple hair is making some fire.
right.
It
You might
bothers
think it's
us.
whack.
It bothers
it's-
us because we was the niggas on the stoop with the boxes really like.
But
Listen, it's
the
just-
culture is so fragmented nowadays. The mixtape game is gone, bro. Like, niggas don't go up and do freestyles. They are throwing all these tracks on albums.
Except for J-Rock.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
It's cooking.
and it's like, even when we come down, like, there's different classics. There's street classics. We think DS2 is classic. Sin will not think that shit is a classic, bro.
That's a fact.
You feel what I'm saying?
Honestly,
it's like
DS2
you
is a
mentioned,
classic, bro.
right? And you mentioned
It is.
critical acclaim about the Drake album. the last critically acclaimed album was the Mid-Steppers, and all of us hated it, bro. Like,
Who? Wait,
like,
tell me.
No. All of you hate it.
Who called Mid-Steppers critically acclaimed? The white people?
That is?
The white people?
That's the critics you was talking about in the
white
first
people? I ain't found a black person yet.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
The Kendrick
I
stands.
ain't found a black person yet that said that Mid-Steppers is a classic.
Walter did not come here for this.
You know,
I don't know what the author
the way his auntie became
He gonna call out for our next session, bro.
Like, come on, bro.
Yo, I'm just saying. I haven't met one black person that said that Mid-Steppers was a classic, my nigga.
Listen, we haven't, but the Metacritic shit say 90, right?
Espanol.
So this is what I'm saying. Who?
I was about to be like, hey, nah.
We don't consider you when we talk about the rest of the niggas. You on the show.
You know what I mean? So it's like if Sin thinks something's a classic, Jaw thinks something a classic, Dean thinks something a classic, I think it's something a classic. Is it classic or not?
At the table is a classic.
But I'm saying separately though. You know what I mean? You say, he say, we all know KD3 is a classic. I'm just using examples, guys. You say KD3 is a classic. You say the last Future album is a classic. You know what I mean? I say the Drake album is a classic. Jaw say Pusha T album is a classic. But none of us is listening to the other shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do we get there? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
does the niggas that fuck with it deem it a classic? See,
that's what I'm saying.
You fuck with, you said who's the person
our lane of rap?
You picked Drake,
classic, right?
Now, we weren't the biggest CLB fans, but that shit ran the fucking world for a little while. You know what I'm saying?
Jaw was just fighting about Take Care. Certain niggas will fight you over Take Care.
So the niggas who fuck with it, to them, it's the classic. That's the whole thing. It's where in the scope do all those people meet, and it becomes like
there ain't no.
Because you got
no
a nigga
place.
you got a nigga like Kenny Mack in the chat right now that will say Drake is ass. He don't got no classics.
Mad goof hop, mad clown emojis right now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, like, rap is so big now that, like, I think it's because the genre is so, like, fractured and so many subgenres. It ain't like 20 years ago with a nigga dropping it's a classic, we all said it was a classic. It's a classic within that nigga's algorithm. You dig what I'm saying? Or that nigga's genre. So the shit is too big for a universal acclaim album to drop.
Exactly. So that's my whole thing is why create with that in mind if it just ain't gonna happen?
For yourself, for the culture.
Maybe they are creating for themselves.
So to Sin's point, to put a bow on this topic, is the classic album dead? Is it just strictly playlist?
And
not just the classic album, but
the certain idea of a classic album is dead.
The concept of an album as we know it is dead.
Because you know why? Because you could take like a Daytona. Short, sweet. To me,
that's the only way to make a classic these days.
There's no Drake fan alive that's gonna say that album is a classic, bro.
That is true.
It's not happening.
But amongst the hip hop heads, it's an arguable conversation.
Some pop nigga that thinks Flow Rider's a rapper thinks he got a classic, nigga. Like shit.
And that's what I'm saying. What you got to do to create a classic? Make 7 songs.
Wasn't he on Boots with the Fur with T-Pain? He got one, bro.
Yeah. His mic. Cut it off.
I hate it, but it's true.
Cut it off.
You see how joints react to that record.
Boo this man,
that's what I'm saying. You talk to the right nigga, they gonna tell you Country Grammar by Nelly is a classic. Nigga. Like it's just so many like
Diamond album,
bro.
It just depends on who you ask.
So there's not a brain trust in a culture, a gatekeepers within hip hop who say, nah, this is a great album, but this ain't classic. You know what I mean? Because now at this point we have niggas coming back, bringing back old albums, saying no, this was actually a classic. It's like I thought we decided on this game.
Fuck out of here. Is Popular the new classic then? Is that what it is?
That's essentially the world we're living in now, bro.
Yeah.
That's the world we're living in. Yeah. It's been like that for a while. You done seen it. Niggas saying whack shit is hot because a lot of people kind of like just bop to it, you know?
There's hip hop legitimate publications that say 444 is the best writing Jay has ever done. I've seen it multiple times.
Stop. You got 96 Hove and Reasonable.
2003 Hove.
You got Blueprint Hove. I know I get heat for it, but to me, 02 Hove is the best version of Jay-Z. It just so happened that Blueprint 2 dropped that year. But if you listen to the calendar year of 2002, Hove's work, features, shit like that, Lucy's,
Bodies.
That nigga was never better than he was in 2002, bro. So it's like, you bugging. 444 is not. Anyway, I'm not doing that tonight. We got to move on. Mase, I'm coming to you with this topic.
What's the vibes?
So Gene Deal on the Art of Dialogue.
Yeah.
You know, with his voice. Oh, you know what happened with Biggie? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
A1 impression.
He said Gene Deal basically felt a lot of guilt over what happened to Big. But he's saying that Un's interview kind of relieved some of that guilt and that weight he was carrying.
Right.
He basically said that the people who were looking for Big really were coming for Puff. I don't know. I know you've done a lot of reading and research on this. Can you break that down for us?
Listen, shouts to Gene Deal for having the heart to say what DJ Clark Clint obviously didn't. But listen, Gene Deal, I watch all his interviews, guys. I ain't gonna lie. Shouts to Gene Deal. Shouts to Gene Deal, man. And shouts to Gene Deal because Mase just came out with a story, said when Puff and them left him in LA, Gene Deal was the nigga who came and saved him. So shouts to Gene Deal for having heart in more ways than one, bro. But listen, man, I've thought this for a while, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. And it's like we at this point where it's like, I get it, you know, like we don't want to put shit on a nigga's name. We don't want to, like, you know, we got to throw the allegedlys in. We got to do this. But these ain't new rumors. I know people seeing this Keefe D shit. I know, but Keefe D named that name in 2015 depositions, bro. Like, this ain't no new story. So it's very interesting to see, like, some people are damn near fighting it. I saw one of our good friends in Diddy's comments fighting the people that are against him, bro. I was like, Jesus Christ, bro.
These niggas know, bro.
But it's like Gene Deal, he, as the bodyguard, as somebody who was with Big, because Gene Deal was around from the Uptown days. Gene Deal was rocking with Puff, and then before Big even came around, before Big was signed. So it's like he's seen somebody that basically he's seen from a kid, you know what I mean? So I can imagine the guilt that bro really walks around with all the time. You know what I'm saying? You're Big's bodyguard, but Big is dead. Like, what the fuck, my nigga? It's like JFK Secret Service or some shit. Like, what were you there for, my guy? You know what I'm saying? So, listen, were the bullets meant for Puffy? We've heard that for a while, right? Just like on the other side, the bullets weren't just meant for Pac. It was Pac and Suge. You know what I mean? We got to remember that Pac and Biggie was unfortunately the ones that had to take that. But as far as Gene Deal feeling like Gene Deal, he always gonna feel the guilt. You know what I mean? His stories kind of go a little sideways sometimes. But listen, were the bullets meant for Puffy? Probably, bro. Probably.
So, Sin, you hear that? You're a person who lived and died with that time frame. You hear all this new information with Keefe D, Gene Deal, all these interviews, information that's leaking out. What do you have? What is? Does that shine new light on what you thought it was at the time?
A little bit. I mean, but at the end of the day, I don't know, man. Like it all until something more solidified comes to the light. You know what I mean? Like it's all, to me, it's all hearsay. It's all speculation. To me, like, motherfuckers could be saying shit just because, you know, they have a fucking mic and a light in front of them and a camera in front of them. So, you know what I mean? Like, I take this all with a grain of salt. I'm gonna need, you know, I'm gonna need some more solid proof.
Dini.
Yeah, I gotta go with Sin on this one. But I've been saying this for years, man. I got a love-hate relationship with Puff, man. I respect him, but I think I think Puff is the true boogeyman of hip hop. Who said it was Pusha?
Honestly,
you know what I'm saying? It's the true boogeyman of hip hop is Puff, bro. Like, Puff a different nigga than me, man. Like, Puff the type of nigga that'll rob you and help you find the shit he stole from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just always struck me as that type of nigga. He just a business nigga to the end. And I mean, you have to think and sit. What would be the positives in Puff's life from the demise of Big? You get what I'm saying? I've always thought that, like, what does he gain? You know, at the same way what it should gain in the demise of Pac, you know? Like, there's a lot of money that's supposed to be handed out. There's a lot of money that's supposed to be dished out. We've seen the movie where the big check came, and then Diddy check and then Biggie check looked crazy compared to the main check that came. So it's, I don't know, man. Puff don't hurt me, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I be all through Harlem. Don't hurt me, blood. You heard? I do not want to come up visit, man. Like, for real. But yeah, like I do believe that. I do believe, man.
Look.
Dude, wow.
Yeah, he not wrong.
Keeping it a bean. I've always
is rap's boogeyman, bro. You can't touch Puff, bro.
Big.
Never seen a nigga so clean, so respected like that, bro. That nigga gotta be crazy.
Mase,
G-Dep, Black
G-Dep.
Rob, Heavy D.
Yo, where
all
is
them
G-Dep?
dead, bro.
What the fuck is...
They all
Time
dead,
out.
bro.
Where is G-Dep, nigga?
Like, locked up. Isn't he still locked up?
Yeah.
Did he catch a body?
Yeah.
A word?
He randomly confessed to a 1994 murder.
Yeah.
Like, he walked into the police precinct
He
and
wanted
said,
to get
"Hey,
away
I
from
killed
Puff
this
so
guy."
bad that he admitted a body damn near 10 years later?
Bro.
What the fuck?
Damn, Mo.
Bro, what?
I hate to say
Bro.
it, but look at everyone,
Rest in
look
peace,
at
Kim
everyone who
Porter.
stood next to that man, and look at how they life is looking, bro. Every nigga that's the next to that man. We could go down the list. We could go from the R&B niggas to the rap niggas, bro. Like Puff, the boogeyman.
Yo, but quick question, Mase. 'Cause I know you went down to that rabbit hole.
What's up?
You know that Jaguar Wright interview?
Yeah, she bugging. She bugging.
Okay,
She bugging.
She goes a little too left.
Listen,
Alright.
man.
She wants something
She's
to-
wildin', bro.
She goes
if
too
there's
hard,
anybody
bro.
I'll trust,
She said
on this
Tata
topic,
is Blue
it's gonna
Ivy's
be
dad.
Mase.
Yo, she doesn't, yeah. She's known.
She is
Okay.
crazy, bro. She is crazy,
No, because
bro.
I got
Tata?
I was like, nah, she wild.
Have you
She's crazy.
seen Blue Ivy, my nigga? Are you serious?
Her dad's twin.
I was like,
She
she's
said
crazy,
Tata
but like,
Blue Ivy's dad, yeah.
She was but no funny. She was reputable at one point. Niggas was really jacking
was
whatever she
talented.
was saying. Nigga.
Pandemic times, niggas was listening to Jaguar.
Well,
Right?
she
What the
was just
fuck
too
is she? The
messy,
female
bro.
the Haven? Like, what's going on?
Oh,
messy.
listen, she know a lot of shit, man.
You know how you talk to someone, they tell you something, you can tell like they're just telling me this off the cusp, but you can tell me I hate this nigga, so I'm telling you all this greedy shit. It just always felt like she hated every soul she spoke about, bro.
Yeah.
It didn't feel natural, like she was telling me some actual information. It's like she just trying to cook niggas.
Well, here's what I say about this whole thing. You know, it's crazy that we in 2023 and the biggest story in rap is Tupac's murder. That's fucking
Wicked,
nuts
bro.
to me.
That's wild.
And you know what? I'm starting to get a little uncomfortable with the whole situation. What's light-skinned homie name who's always on all the dialogue?
Reggie Wright.
Nah, he a little bit younger.
Napoleon.
Napoleon. He's on another interview talking about the situation. All these Keefe D interviews. Now we got the Gene Deal interview, and it's constant, and it just feels nasty to me. Now, it's like I don't even know what's the point anymore. Are these guys trying to find the actual murderers? Like, what's the is this? Are we watching an investigation unfold in real time, and these guys are doing these interviews so that the powers that be can find said murderers? Because it's like, why are we still talking about this shit? You know what I'm saying?
Crazy, man. I feel bad for the family. It's like stirring up all.
Why
this
did it take
bullshit.
us motherfucking 27 years to figure out that it might be Puff? Allegedly. I don't know. I don't have the facts.
I mean, allegedly, Puff in 99 was dropping balls, talking about he put a mill on your head, but you know.
Anybody who knows is probably worm food.
And niggas who follow rap know that as much as y'all want to call Diddy gay, Puff is a fucking goon, nigga.
Yeah, man.
bro.
He's one of the biggest goons ever. Just because he's not 6'3" like Suge, Puff is a goon.
You can't be robbing niggas the way this nigga has for the last 30 years and just be walking around comfy like that, bro. Nigga's a goon.
You ever
bro.
seen that movie Get Him to the
Didn't
Greek?
he put hands on Drake and J. Cole?
That's what I'm trying to show you.
Put a little more than hands
the
on
character
Drake,
he
supposedly.
played in Get Him to the Greek that was named Sergio, where 1 minute Sergio is your best friend, the next minute he's like, you better get that shit the fuck done. That's Puff. All that smiling and his good teeth and the great hair dye and the dancing and the nice guy. He's a when he said anything I want, I get. I believe that nigga. But it's like this whole situation just feels I don't really know what to believe because I don't have the facts. I'm not here to speculate, but it feels nasty, bro. I don't know why, but I don't like it. And it just doesn't feel right to me. I don't know what it is, but the honorable nigga inside of me is like, this don't feel right, and I feel we should move away from it.
Messy.
I don't, because it's like after these niggas, all right, let's say now Puff did do the shit. Again, I'm on record saying that Puff will never be charged with anything. He won't even go to court. What is the point of all of these interviews? Why are we doing all these interviews? Why are these niggas like? Is it for clicks? Are we really trying to uncover some shit?
Trying to
Why?
change his name, bro.
Maybe
I
they
think
wanna check.
it's a weird dichotomy because the truth is gonna lie somewhere in the middle, right? But you have a lot of Pac fans.
The gray area.
There we go. Classic.
Facts.
You have a lot of Pac fans who are very hyped to put it on Puff and very hyped to come to a conclusion to this. You know what I mean? This is one of our greatest artists in history. Who thought we was going to solve the Pac murder? And then on the other end, you have a lot of people who for years have been carrying the Pac was bugging out, Puffy and Big was chilling, and hearing that Puffy put $1 million hit on them niggas' heads would shake their whole world up. So on the both ends, it's like people trying to act like this don't make no sense on the other side. But I believe that the truth does lie somewhere in the middle.
A lot of people felt from back in the days that Puff had something to do with this shit. So now that all this shit's coming out, it was more like, I knew it. I knew it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it
A
just
quick aside, you know,
A little bit of validation.
he has nothing to do with it, but it kind of makes a lot of sense to me. Now, I'm gonna piece the puzzle together right now. It kind of makes a lot of sense as to why Hove, after Volume 1, kind of moved away from Diddy. Never really ran around with him like that creatively, wasn't on the scene no more, none of that. And the only reason I say that is because I remember recently when Irv got in trouble with the feds, Hove moved away from him. Hove, has, like to me, in a weird kind of way, Hove, who he's standing next to with these big time situations, kind of highlights who he feels like I can't be next to this thing because he's a little too messy right now. Because immediately after Volume 1, there was no more Bad Boy influence. Volume 2 don't sound nothing like Volume 1.
Right.
The timing of that is very suspicious.
Definitely got with the
Nigga,
Rough
Hove's
Riders.
like, I escaped the streets to make it in the music business, to deal with you niggas in the streets in the music
He
business.
got
Like,
anytime niggas, even Beans, anytime niggas get in real trouble, Hove is like, I'm not standing
facts.
next to you.
fuck my
Facts.
vibe up. I'm focused. I know what I came here for.
I ain't trying to speculate, but now that when Irv said that, it got me to think. Anytime niggas got in major trouble, Hove is like, I know my hands are not clean, so I can't stand next to these niggas.
Can I wrap it up with this one? And Jarvis, if this is a little bit too salacious, you go ahead and censor this out. I need a censor for this episode.
I'm trying to do less work.
You know what I mean? Hey,
As long as you don't like the pack.
Hey, man. But I will say this, that if a lot of things, to me, the main thing that people don't want to be confronted with is that if all of this is true, if Puff did put the bread up, if this did happen, West Coast wasn't innocent. I'm never gonna act like Pac and Suge was just lollygagging through the palm trees in the West Coast and Puff just said, fuck them niggas. You know what I mean? It was beef on both sides. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the biggest question is gonna be, if you put that hit on Pac and that happened to Pac, then why the fuck did you bring Big there in 6 months and leave him there for 2 months, bro? That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not. That's a fair question, and it goes back to what Un said in that interview. Un was against Big being out there. Gene Deal spoke to feeling that guilt only to hear Un say that mad niggas told Biggie no, and he listened to Puff and went out there. Questions that need to be answered. We're not investigators. We don't have the answers, but it just begs the questions. That's all I'm
questions from this shit, man. It's wild.
We see footage. Schoolboy Q debuting new music at a spot somewhere with a DJ. J-Rock on LA Leakers dropping fire bars.
Sir.
Then we see Punch on Twitter, real cozy and comfortable, talking his shit. Are we in another situation where TDE is getting ready for a fourth quarter takeover, Sincere?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Listen, man, we've seen Schoolboy, he's cooking. You know what I mean? Like my boy Jarv just said, previewing some new music. New music sounds kind of fire. I'm here for it. J-Rock, some time ago, maybe like a few weeks, maybe like a little over a month ago, I feel like, was talking about a new album is in the works. I got excited. You know what I mean? Then it was quiet for a little bit. Or at least it felt quiet. You know, the news cycle is so
so
fast that like if you don't hear from somebody for like 3 days, like it's like damn, it's
quiet, cold.
But
not lit no more.
Just popped up today. Shouts to Jaw for throwing it in the group chat, being the first one. J-Rock on LA Leakers, bro.
Going ham.
Listen, I'm gonna say it right now. This is the best freestyle of the year.
Oh shit.
This is the best freestyle I heard in might be several years. J-Rock went so ham on this freestyle, bro. Like, and it's not. It's difficult to go up into a freestyle platform, like Funk Master Flex or LA Leakers or whoever, Sway in the Morning, and get off bars that don't feel like rapidy rap bars. You know what I mean? When you go into a freestyle session, you know what you're there for. You there to get off bars, and it's supposed to be on some rapidy rap. I rap better than you shit. Right. But the way J-Rock approached this freestyle, it was like these bars could have been on the song. This like I want this freestyle released on DSPs right now because the way he approached it, the way he leaned into the delivery of this freestyle, I'm like, God damn, like I was already a fan of J-Rock, but I was not expecting this. Listen, if y'all haven't seen it, go check out that J-Rock freestyle on LA Leakers. You will not be sorry.
That's high praise. This man is not a snob for no reason.
That's a whole fact.
Keep cooking, Mase. Oh, you got more bars?
No. But listen, the best rap collective of the last 15 years is coming back to reclaim their spot. And that I said what I said. TDE's better than Young Money. TDE's better than Our Future, ASAP Mob, or whatever rap collective you think is out there that's better than them. You're wrong. TDE.
We can't make this shit up.
And this is after their Jordan has already left. So this is like 94 Bulls after Jordan retired. What are they gonna do? I don't know.
Rap Roundtable.
I want to wait and see. I'm excited for what they got cooking up, man. Schoolboy, J-Rock, I'm here for it.
Would that make the mid-steppers Michael Jordan's baseball career?
Oh, damn it, man.
Wow, bro.
Damn it.
That's crazy.
You know what?
I had to, man. Y'all see my face when y'all was flaming Drake last week? Y'all see how salty I was getting, bro?
You know what? I'll allow it. Because that was a fire ball right there.
Thank you, sir.
That was a fire ball.
Thank you.
I'll allow it.
Listen,
While you're here.
Y'all see me in that bottom right corner crying when y'all was flaming Drake last week, man? I've been punching the air all week, nigga.
Cuba.
Shit, man. Have you ever had to defend this shit, man? God damn, nigga.
OVO Mase.
Listen, bro, this shit was rough this week. But I gotta agree with Sin. That fucking J-Rock freestyle was crazy. To me, it's hard to put it over that J. Cole LA Leakers freestyle. Though, like, those was both on the same part of me, but I definitely believe those was like the heavy freestyles of the year. Flex, why other niggas getting the best freestyles of the year, bro?
Talk about it.
And you getting that white girl. I don't even know her name.
You getting
the baby with the
hit
same
on
flow.
by Tyler the Creator, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
You talking about the white girl from Wildin' Out? What's her name?
Is she from Wildin' Out?
Yeah, with the red hair.
Did she pass away? That's not the one that passed away.
Nah. Condolences to whoever did, but
right.
No. Wildin' Out. DC Young Fly drink passed away.
Nah, we're talking about the rapper white girl that was on
the red hair.
Oh,
yeah.
copy.
So I'm about to do my Googles. White girl on Wildin' Out.
Yeah.
Find that soon, right?
I Googled white girl on Funk Flex.
Oh, God.
The algorithm is the algorithm for me right now.
You're a sick... Justina Valentine is what I'm talking about.
Shouts to the random ads that come up on y'all phones next week.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah, that's her. She's from Wildin' Out?
Justina, nice little milk though. Shout out to you.
Yeah,
Justina,
but let's not act like she can.
She
really
on the Hey Girl.
like
She's second team all Hey Girl.
Second team all Hey Girl. Come on, man. I'm with that.
Yo, we're doing a podcast.
Slight observation.
Diddy,
slight observation.
you are not going to beat the misogynist.
Just slight observations,
fuck the
bro.
pod. Pull up the IG, nigga.
Yo, but Mase, is TDE on deck?
Some college. Oh, shit.
We're potting.
We've lost control, guys. We've lost control.
Second team all Hey Girl.
Second team.
Hey, girl.
TDE is on the way, man. Like, listen, I hate that they all take forever to put out albums. I'm not gonna pretend that I don't, you know what I'm saying? But
Talk about it, Mase.
they make it worth it when they drop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm expecting from J-Rock and Schoolboy Q, I'm expecting like top of the line because they got that pressure of Kendrick not being there. You know what I'm saying? Right. They got the pressure of being, SZA just went crazy last year. You know what I'm saying? And she's doing songs with Drake.
Crazy.
She's doing songs with Drake. Can Q get a feature, nigga?
2 joints on the album.
You feel me? So CDE, I'm very excited about what they have on the horizon. We know Punch be doing this thing. We know he has his collective. You know what I mean? Shouts to Daylight.
Hey Sharon.
Hey,
Sharon.
What's going on, Sharon?
Punch, what up?
Hey, what up? What up? But TDE still one of those, you know, I'm not gonna call him better than YMC and B, you know what I'm saying? But I must say this: YMC and B ain't known for quality. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Megastars. You're right.
A lot of things, but honest is one of them. Flip flop is the other.
Barsmiths.
You know what I'm saying? So TDE is definitely like, we know that when they drop, nigga, like this is gonna be crazy. We still not we, but Dean still fucking with Absol shit from last year.
I am.
You know what I'm saying? We still talking about the Big Sean verse. You know what I mean? Listen, there was a joint that Q got on the horizon, bro, that seemed like it's about to be the hardest shit of the year. I need that shit on DSPs. I need that shit everywhere. So TDE, like, it's like Ruth Chris, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know, my nigga, the quality gonna be there. We just waiting for them to come out with the full, nigga, I'm starving.
Yeah,
Post.
Steaming.
Talk to me, D.
Stole your line, too.
You did. Damn. But I love you for it, my brother.
Hey, man.
Spider influence.
I'm here for this, man. I'm really here for this. Salute to Kendrick. Finally got the Mr. Mid album. Salute to my nigga Absol. We finally got the Herbert. You know what I'm saying? This has been a while for all of them. And they've been missing in action, and we've been missing them. It's not like y'all been missing and nigga just been like, when these niggas they gonna drop some out. We really yo, Q, you got a fan right here in this man right here. You know what I'm saying? Kenny,
me about
you
Q
got a fan in this man right here.
Kenny not
Solo,
TDE no more.
PG
he gonna forever be a part of the team. Solo, you got a fan forever in me, my dude. Like, we love the collective here, so we want to see that. Schoolboy, you've really been denying us, bro. I've seen Schoolboy live like a couple times. Like, Schoolboy is a sensation, so you've really been denying us, and he has a type of music that only he makes. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody makes what Schoolboy makes.
Good
It's
point.
literally
That's
its
a
own.
Elegant gangster crip music.
There you go. It's its own dish.
Good point, man.
And we have really been lacking that, bro. Like, you know, like Crank, we haven't had something in a long time. Schoolboy, drop that, bro. For all the artists that I've been saying, yo, you need to just drop the music. Let the people decide, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let us decide. If it's fire, which we know you gonna put out fire, give it to the people. J-Rock, y'all mentioned it. Bodied the freestyle, but I need that on records, bro. You know what I'm saying? We all know, and that's another thing. We know J-Rock is dog nice. Give us the music, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Give us the music.
I'm not mad at that. Here's what I'll say on this topic. I think was it you who mentioned that Kendrick is no longer TDE, like the Jordan is not part of it here. I think that Kendrick not being part of the team is actually a bonus in this situation, because if nothing else, TDE has shown us more than most rap crews that they listen to the noise. Punch is always talking to niggas. Schoolboy did that podcast interview where he was talking about motherfuckers taking 5 years between projects, so he hears the noise. I think that there's a chip on each and every one of their shoulders because they hear that Kendrick is gone. Quote, the TDE Jordan is gone. What is TDE now if not for SZA? That chip on that shoulder is real. Rappers love having chips on their shoulder. So I think the lack of Kendrick and the fact that people doubt what TDE can be without their best player makes what a Schoolboy and J-Rock Rhyme Like the Renters do. These guys have accepted the challenge. And I'm excited to see how they produce creatively and, to bring it full circle from an earlier segment, critically with these projects, because now that, again, people are doubting what these guys can be, even though it's been proven as independent solo acts that they're good, what they can be without Kendrick. I'm excited because, yo, listen, motherfuckers hate to be doubted. And if you are a competitive rapper, and most lyricists are, the clout niggas don't give a fuck. But the niggas who are nice with the pen are very competitive. And they don't respect being doubted. I know Schoolboy can say whatever the fuck he want to say about 5 years and all that shit. The fact that he even gave niggas that like to say that I seen the messages tells me that he's ready to compete. J-Rock, he one of the best. I think we talked about like niggas being nice and J-Rock is on that list. He's one of the best. I think we're about to get spoiled in the last 3 months of the year. I'm excited.
And SZA album was dope.
She's not a rapper.
You know, I'm just saying.
Like
I'm just saying.
the
The fact
R&B
that
round
good
table.
music is being made, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
the litany of rappers that just need to drop an album this year. Like that's you
gonna
know what? That's a conversation. A litany of, we did this before.
Yeah, we did.
Rappers that need to drop an album.
I get the
this
sense
year.
that we're gonna
nigga.
be waking up early Fridays to do a lot of reactions.
We better.
So like, it's gonna be a lot of traffic in November and December.
I need
Sean with that
Schoolboy.
wishful
I
thinking.
need
I hope
J-Rock.
I'm not there yet.
I need Stove God, Benny with the actual Def Jam project.
Not this summer though.
Yeah, so the BET Awards happened. I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but the general consensus is it's just a yes or no. The general consensus is the BET Hip Hop Awards was a joke. My question is yes or no. Should BET, if they're not gonna properly represent hip hop, should they ixnay the Hip Hop Awards? Yes or no, Sam?
Just have one award show, man. Just the BET Awards. That's it. That the BET Hip Hop Awards just ends up being like the standard BET Awards, the generic BET Awards anyway. So just do that.
And they really did the Hip Hop 50 celebration, so
Yeah.
there's that. Dini, yes or no?
Hang it up. This one was probably the worst one it's been in a long time. I think it's over.
Hang it up. That's
Hang it
tough. Mase.
No, don't hang it up. Just get better people to run it. And I will say this,
bro.
I will say this. That's the only place where I seen Marley Marl getting presented. Man, looked like he was about to cry. He enjoyed the flowers.
Salute
I'm
to
not even
Marley
shitting
Marl,
on him.
yeah.
Salute to
Nah,
Marley
that's a fact.
Marl.
Marley Marl.
You know what I'm saying? That was worth it for me. Seeing Marley Marl get his flowers.
That's a fact.
I'm sorry, Mace. Hang it up. Only because if you handing out Best Podcast Award and you're giving it to Young Miami at the Hip Hop Awards,
Bruh.
pardon me, Carisha.
Oh man.
Carisha's first team on Hey Girl, by the way.
She is.
But
First.
Hey, girl.
First.
But yeah, you know what? You
That
know
was
what?
official.
Hold on.
That was
Where's
official.
it? Where's
Big
it?
Though.
First of all, first.
Since that second, he can have
come
that.
on.
But the other three, first team on Hey
team,
Girl.
bro.
And fucking JT. God damn, JT. Hey, God. Chocolate.
Shout out to Uzi.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna listen to Real Ass Horse too. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna listen to it.
I'll watch the video.
If I
For-
JT, you better never let me catch you anyway.
For
But anyway,
podcast purposes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Research.
there's no way that Carisha Please can get Best Podcast over fucking
Drink
the
Champs.
Joe Budden podcast, Drink Champs, Rap Radar, the Rap Roundtable. I'm just saying, it doesn't.
That's crazy.
$1 million worth of game.
That's
like,
crazy.
No,
man.
no, we can stop at the Rap Roundtable. You know what I mean? So I mean, I just feel like if you're not really gonna do your due diligence to promote the culture the right way, ixnay that bum ass award show. Respectfully, moving on.
And I'm not even mad that clearly I'm not mad that they gave Kendrick the award that he got.
I am.
But like, he wasn't talking to you right now.
Yo, y'all seen that JT
But, like-
video when she was on stage and that thing happened? My God.
Yeah. Godly.
No comment.
But like this year,
I know who's watching.
like he dropped, all he dropped was Hillbillies this year. Like how did anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, Baby King.
Oh man, they could have kept
No,
that.
Kendrick.
Oh, well, Kendrick is Kendrick.
I know, but like
Hey, Rob
just
Cole, bro.
didn't make sense to
You
give
know,
Rob
we not putting hillbillies on Kendrick.
Robbed and blind.
That's Keem's record.
Yeah, it is Kingston.
Yo,
What's
Macito,
the vibes?
it's your segment, bro. I don't know if we getting young people in industry. Talk
Nah,
to
we
me.
getting industry today.
Let's
We getting industry.
go.
But it could be, I guess you could say it's a little young, but it's young industry. And
Combination.
Jav has kind of been alluding to what I wanted to talk about the entire
Oh.
episodes. Listen. City Girls are dropping an album called
shit.
Real Ass Horse.
Oh shit.
Real ass horse.
Okay, Real Ass Horse.
Hey JT.
City Girls, JT, Carisha. We have a situation going on right now. Real Ass Horse. I need to know. I think we've gotten to the point where female rap is in its CB4 era.
Wow.
Wow. You remember?
Wow,
Off
bro.
the top,
That's
bro.
crazy,
Better you
bro.
than me, man.
Listen. We remember. I'm referring to an era where post NWA, everybody was gangster. MC Hammer was gangster.
Yeah.
Like everybody was thugged out, bro. Like everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it made the music worse. You know what I'm saying? Until we had the '94 Renaissance, Illmatic, Resurrection, Ready to Die, the 36 Chambers. You know what I mean? Like
When DMC came out looking like Onyx.
Bro. Run DMC came out looking like Onyx, bro.
Wicked.
This is a fact. And I feel like we are in the female rap era of CB4. I need to ask something. Who is Real Ass Whores for?
The Real Ass Horse.
You would think. But I reckon that the Real Ass Whores don't even listen to this type of music.
No, they do.
Megan Thee Stallion's last album is not even gold.
Ooh.
City Girl's last album went platinum after 4 years. In the last 2 months. I bet they knew they had an album coming.
That's crazy, bro.
Lotto's last album, not platinum. Meanwhile, Doja Cat, first #1 of the year. Nicki Minaj, 2 #1s this year. Ice Spice on the come up.
Not making horror music.
Not making horror music.
Horror rap. Pardon me. Horror rap.
Horror bars.
Listen.
Horror bars.
Hors d'oeuvres.
So are you?
Hold on. Pause. We're coining the phrase right now. Is it horror rap or horror bars?
I like horror raps.
Horror rap?
I like horror bars.
I like horror bars more.
Horror bars?
Horror bars?
Because
pussy raps is pussy raps.
Because niggas
that's
are gonna
true,
bite,
that's true.
and we need to be the first ones to put it on wax.
Horror bars.
Horror bars.
TM, okay? Horror bars. But I have to, I think, listen, I'm not trying to be the conspiracy guy, but I'm gonna have to still send soapbox. This music is not as popular as you believe. No, you have the soapbox, and I'm stealing it.
I borrowed it earlier. You know what I mean?
Just a standard soapbox.
Man, the soapbox, you got it, son.
Quick borrow.
It's coming up next.
Need that. These raps are being broadcast to our young girls, to our young women, and there's no audience for this. They make it seem like this shit is super popular, like girls really love this shit, but
women
the shit
empowerment.
don't do numbers.
It's women empowerment. That's
Bongos.
what they say. No, Mase. Let's be clear. For the sake of argument, they say it's female empowerment.
Right. So far, bongos. You mentioned bongos. First week on the charts, 14. Second week on the charts, 60 something. This week, not on the charts. There's no audience for this shit, bro. And I feel like there's like almost like a tax write-off within the game where we're like, we gonna just dump money into this type of shit, whether people like it, whether people want it. I feel like we watching the women rap version of the switcheroo. You know what I'm saying? That meeting they always talk about from 1990 about gangster rap. Y'all know about that.
Yeah.
I feel like we witnessing that for female rap. And as people who we talk about it,
can you one more time? Can you just relay that message to me one more time? Bongos did what on the charts?
14 the first week, 40 something the second week, off the charts third week.
Damn it, man.
Bongos. That's Meg Thee Stallion, first verse off of the Tory shit, and Cardi B.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is nobody wants to listen to this, bro. And I'm trying to figure out who this is geared towards, who's deciding that all of these get made, and who's paying for all this shit, because they losing money. They spent $2 million on a Bongos video. So that's my whole thing, is that I think we're reaching a point, and you mentioned it, y'all. We fall back because they have it under the guise of women empowerment. So we feel like as men, we need to stay out of women's business. Y'all do what y'all do. But at the end of the day, I have to, as an objective viewer, I'm starting to see it. Jav is the one, listen, Jav is the ghost face for this segment, bro. Like, he the one who really planted this idea where it's like, who the fuck is this shit for, bro?
Oh, is this a combination of young
what you
rap and who is this for?
Yeah.
Nobody asked for this?
Nobody asked for this, gang.
Another round of
So that's my whole thing. I think we've gotten to the point, and listen, when it was gangster rap, you had
our show really the most fire show, bro. Because we really be on point with all of this shit.
My nigga, we be on our shit. So I'm just asking for the horror bars. Where's the C. Dolores Tucker? Where's
That's
the
a t-shirt
Bob Dole?
coming soon, by the way. Horror bars.
Where's
Diddy?
the
Horror bars.
Horror bars.
Where's the Al Gore? Where are people breaking these CDs? Like what? Who? Like
There ain't no CDs.
Facts.
That's right.
Talk about it.
We just
Streams.
We just talked about that a few seconds ago.
Who's deleting the stream?
Sin just solved the question, bro. But I'm just saying, like, as an objective viewer, as a father, as a black man, as a hip hop lover, this shit is starting to get weird, y'all. It's starting to get a little weird for me.
Shit, I can't argue with that at all.
Masito.
It's messaging, and we always talk about the messaging in music, the gatekeepers who deliver said message, and who is it for, and nobody asked for this. And the timing of it all, especially with, again, every time the spitters come outside and we start feeling good about rap, we get bad Yachty verse. Now we're getting bongos. We're getting real ass whores. Like, what the fuck is Rhapsody doing? Rhapsody, come outside.
Pull up.
Brown booty holes.
Right?
Like,
Fucking Sexy Red is
Bro,
the
I didn't
biggest
even get
sensation in
Sexy
rap.
Red.
Hands on your knees.
I do like Ski though. I do.
I don't like how fat. I don't like how Fat Joe said "ski-oo" on the beat. What was that about, Joe?
Listen, old habits die hard.
man.
Ski-oo is old New York lingo. You know that.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a
You know
fact.
what I mean?
Maybe he thought
Yep.
she was biting New York shit.
No, he just old, bro. That was muscle memory. You know what I mean?
facts.
But with that said, we're uptown.
Oh,
You know what I mean? The weather's kind of nice. We skated past the protesters, and we got to the point in the neighborhood where the girls still look nice. They got their fall. New York City fall fashion is still the best in the world.
Hey, girl.
The girls look good. They got their Uggs on, or they got the Ugg slippers on with the leggings and the puffer. You know what I mean?
Tights.
They look real good. But Shorty got caught up in looking too good, stepped on the petunias
Uh-oh.
and the roses and the sunflowers. Sincere realized what was going on, and he needed them too.
Get off my lawn.
Get off that lawn, bro.
Talk
Listen,
to him,
we're just gonna go back to a topic that we talked about earlier in the episode. Playlists that are disguising themselves as albums. You gotta get off my lawn, man. Stop making albums in between tour dates. Stop trying to appease every conceivable fan base out there. Take some time, lock yourself in the studio. Get some real producers around you, not just beat makers, but real producers. You know what I mean? That could point you in the right direction. You know what I mean? Give you feedback. Not just yes men. You know what I mean? Yes men got to get off my lawn. Playlists disguising themselves as albums got to get off my lawn. Yo, honestly, and this is gonna be hypocritical because it's very convenient, and in a lot of ways I love it. But honestly, the way I'm feeling right now, streaming gotta get off my lawn because look, besides the fact that streaming has like diluted the entire game, y'all not even getting, and most of y'all out there ain't even getting any real money out of it. You getting a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a penny off of the streams. You know what I mean? So it's just, there's so many things, there's so many levels to this, man. Like, I just want, the way I'm feeling right now, y'all can call me an old head if you want. I know y'all gonna do it. I'll wear it proudly. I don't give a fuck. But like, you know what I mean? Let's take it back to, locking yourself in the studio for like a year or two, getting, producers that actually produce records, not just make beats and not just say, yeah, that's fire, put that out. You know what I mean? Dig a little bit deeper beneath the surface. You know what I mean? Don't just talk about what, the last thing that you did on your vacation or on your tour date. You know what I mean? Live some life. You know what I mean? Have something interesting to say. Take it back to, albums that take you on a journey. You know what I mean? All this microwave music, all this streaming, all these playlists, cosplaying as albums, all that shit gotta get off my lawn, bro.
Get off my lawn.
All of it.
If you're not taking time to curate artistic greatness,
Get off my lawn.
if you're not trying to be yourself within your art,
Get off my
if
lawn.
you're just worried about stream stats and not actually making quality music,
Get off my lawn.
and if you feel like if you just reach the most popular fan base and fuck the rest,
Get off my lawn.
just make good music and that shit will speak. You know what I mean? Nevertheless, it's the Rap Roundtable, episode 82. If you haven't already peeped, roundtablemerch.com. Get you one of these. Shout out to everybody who's copped. You know what I mean? Shout out to the day one supporters. Shout out to niggas like motherfucking Ones Bundy, who's launching his own podcast. And he's like, yo, I fuck with you niggas. Yeah, my favorite podcast today. Copped up some merch and was like, yo, I need advice to build my shit. Yo, because I fuck with the Rap Roundtable. So shout out to you ones.
Shout out to
Real
Ones,
quick.
Real
man.
quick, shout out to Demi. I just ran into him this morning.
Demi
down
D
in Harlem.
rocks his hat religiously.
And
Facts.
then who's the homie you ran into?
Oh, Anthony Obas, man. Salute,
You know what
man.
I mean?
Good homie.
There was a
good
nigga
homie.
on the train who looked at me and pointed at the hat. I'm pretty sure he knew me from the pod on the 4 train the other day,
That's
but it was like
real.
9 in the morning. I'm not a morning person. I'm sorry. That happened. I swear to mother it happened, but don't talk
That's
to me
real.
before coffee. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I skipped over the mailbag segment. I'm going to run through it real quick. We had Flex3366 says, he was talking about the West Side Gun reaction. He says, West just hasn't stepped his bar game up, so the production and beats are there, but the songs seem incomplete and underwhelming. There's a lot of bounce, but the direction he tried to go just didn't connect. I feel more than half of the album is skippable. Sincere, you say what to that?
Agree.
Okay. Next one. Blaze 1147 says, I think Drake, he was talking about our live he did. I think Drake responded to Joe Budden because Drake recognizes that Joe is a major influencer in the podcast space. Joe can say some shit that could potentially turn Drake into a meme that could diminish his numbers. If Joe said this 5 years ago, Drake probably would have felt like it didn't deserve the response. Mase, you say what?
Agreed, but Budden and Drake are also Peter versus Chicken. They gonna be fighting too.
They're gonna fight and hug right after, my nigga.
Afterwards, they love each other, man.
This shit crazy.
Light skin energy.
Zig, another day one, says, I fuck with this particular Get Off My Lawn segment, going back to 81. I must have been in the corniest section of the Barclays. No vibes for Nas. Made noise for Wu-Tang, but no spitting of the lyrics. No greenery in the area. I really believe niggas showed up rephrase. Wiggers showed up.
God damn.
Just for the names alone.
What?
So I 100% understand Sin for real. And we need those hoodies. Snapbacks ain't my style, but I'll definitely cop those hoodies if ever released. Dini, you say what to all of that?
I say, man, you need to find the right section, man. You can't get into the machinery without the greenie. What the fuck is going on out here? You know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
But yeah, the section I was in was particularly lit. I maybe he had some weirdo seats, man. I was at the top in the parking lot seats of the joint, and I had the time of my life, man. Which goes to show you don't got to spend $1,000 to enjoy yourself. As long as the culture and the music and a couple of spliffs, man, everything will work itself out, man.
What about them hoodies, Dean? Let them know about them hoodies.
The hoodies is on the way.
Yes,
on
sir.
God, man.
Yes,
What are we
sir.
in right now? By November 1st, hoodies will be here.
Say that. So again, roundtablemerch.com. Get you one of
Sir.
these. The hoodies are on the way.
Pre-order a hoodie.
Hit that like button. We need 300 likes on each and every one of these. And of course, don't go anywhere. We got David James on deck.
Yes, sir.
And as I said the last time we had an interview, y'all say y'all love the culture. Y'all want to protect this culture. We bring artists up here who directly represent said culture you speak
Facts.
of. Stop running away once we stop talking about rap news because you see some rapper you don't know. Support these niggas the same way you support the niggas who's in the industry, because
Show love.
without you, they can't get to the levels they want to get to. So stay locked in. David James, one of the nicest in New York City. Again, I don't lie when I tell niggas.
Big Bronx.
I said Lyrical Links is next up. Y'all seen that freestyle? Y'all was like, y'all niggas fire. So I'm telling you, yet again, David James is one of them ones.
Sir.
Facts.
Stay locked in.
Spitter.
Interview on the way. This is episode 82 of the Rap Roundtable. Diddy, take us home.
Most consistent, realest stories, set the most trends, and our interviews are hotter. Holla, you know who you fucking with, man. It's the Rap Roundtable, man. Salute to Masito, voice of the industry. Sincere, the rap snob. You hear the production. If you make music, if you love hip-hop, holla at this man. What you hear in your ears right now is from this man right here. Tune in. Jaw the technician. You know the alley-oops are always precise.
The GOAT.
Transition. Alley-oops efficient. You know what we do here. You know what I'm saying? I'm Dean, the balance of the force. And with our powers combined, man, we the Rap Roundtable, man. We out of here. Stay tuned for David James. You know what the fuck it is. Boom!
Now the villains you hate.
Villains you love.
We was the heroes they needed.
I
Now
see
we
the
villains
vision.
they hate.
Now the
You know what
villains
I'm
you
saying?
want.
I see the vision. Y'all love us still. Y'all hate us. Y'all
Yes,
love
sir.
us, then y'all hate us again. I don't know.
Hey, man.
As promised, BX's own David James
Sir.
joins the Rap Round Table for this interview segment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo.
One of the nicest
Talk about
in
it.
the
Take that
space.
lightly.
Let's talk about
I had
it.
to repeat that 3 times because I'm not fucking playing with y'all.
Right.
One of the nicest, a 4th time in New York City, right here.
Let's talk
You know what I mean?
about it.
Fact.
We always say we're New York's #1 podcast for hip hop. So we're trying to, like, you know, funnel and really filter out the whackness and bring nice niggas to the table for y'all to get familiar with.
Facts.
Again, this is David James. Get on his Apple Music, run those streams up. Go on YouTube, go on his Instagram. Get familiar. That's all I'm going to say.
David James with a $.
There you go.
Sir, don't
Back,
forget
y'all know
that.
what's up.
Well, let's get right into this interview, good brother. We appreciate you coming on with us. You know what I mean?
Thanks
It's
for
a long
having me.
time in the making. We've been talking about this for at least 6 months.
Hell
so.
But,
yes, we
but we
have.
made this shit happen tonight. The first question I have, you know, usually I'll ask a nigga like why should our audience and anyone abroad fuck with you? But we'll get to that in a second. But I'm very
Of course.
curious about this.
What's up?
There's a lot of rappers out here, right? I'm gonna
Hell yeah.
name some names. We've had like Scythe Buggy up here. We've had Rim.
Right.
We've had Eddie Kane. We've had Rome Streets. We've talked to Ransom. But the keynote with all of those artists is that they have rap names.
Facts.
You're David James. I'm assuming that's your government name.
It's my government name.
What made you choose to use your government as opposed to a quote rap name?
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. Lack of creativity. I'm just not as yeah.
That's the realest shit.
I'm gonna be
I didn't
honest.
expect that.
Lack of
I did not expect
creativity,
that at
bro.
all.
I really, I used to sit and try to like make up little rap names and shit, and yo, none of them shit. Yo, you want to know the truth? In middle school, one of my rap names was Kid Cash.
Okay.
Yo, that shit. Even saying that shit out loud now, shit sound crazy, but like, I was never good at picking names, and I was just like, yo, I'm gonna go with what, like, shit, like what.
Right.
I gotta rap, but at the same time, I'm not trying to, you know, figure out what they gonna call me and shit. People
Right.
call me David. That's how y'all going, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it came about. Like, to be honest, it's
So you
That's
was,
real.
you was Kid Cash.
Kid Cash.
And then
Crazy,
was there
right?
any other names that you went through?
Young Core,
Okay.
which stems from my last name. My I ain't gonna put my whole government out
Right,
there,
right.
but that
Yeah.
stems from my last name. So for a long time I was Young Core, and then eventually when I guess wasn't so young, I switched over to David James. But I've been David James officially for like, I mean, like as my artist name for at least like, I want to say like 7-8 years. But,
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Since birth.
Yeah, but I've been but I've been David James, but
Yeah.
professionally, yeah.
That's you.
And a lot of my favorite MCs, you know what I'm saying, like that do this shit, they use their regular names. So I was just
Okay.
like, all right, if I'm a kind of following, you know, you got J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, just to name a few. So Nas, like, you know what I'm saying? So I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, yo, if the kind of shit I'm kicking, like, is real shit, it's only right to give people my real name. Like, you know, I think that just makes it all more authentic. You
So
know what I mean?
before I pass it to my brothers, I just got one more question. Being that you use your name, does that make it easy for you as far as your subject matter? Because you didn't create a persona that you had to live up to. You just rhyme, etc.
I mean, it's a gift and a curse, because at the same time, it's like, it's cool to be creative. Like, I envy niggas who create a character sometimes. Like, that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get to sit at home and like, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it gets real because life is real.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes to make this music, it comes from I'm not gonna say a dark place, but a place you know what I'm saying? Some of my illest shit done came from like me going through some real whack shit versus like, you know, a nigga just like creating some shit like off his head. Like it's you know what I'm saying? So
Trials and tribulations. Bring that
exactly,
type of shit out, you know?
trials and tribulations. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. Like I love using my real name. Like I think it helps me connect more with the fans. Like
That's
you know?
right.
I feel you. So along those lines, I'm listening to your music, and one of the first things that I thought about was how, and you alluded to this just now, there's a lot of like sort of archetypes in hip hop. You know what I mean? Like there's the thug, there's the player, there's the trap rapper. You know what I mean? And you don't fit into any of those molds. You know what I mean? You're your own person. It's super refreshing. But could you speak to that and how you feel you're gonna make a space for yourself in a rap game that, truthfully speaking, they celebrate personas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
So, but you're just your own refreshing self.
Yeah.
How do you think you're gonna make a space for yourself?
To be honest, I'm solely relying on good music.
Talk about it.
Like at the end of the day, it's up for the fans to decide, you know, who I am and what lane they're gonna put me in. I try not to focus on that too much, because at the end of the day, good music is good music.
Facts.
And I just want to create timeless shit to where when people hear it 20 years from now, you know, they're not gonna be sitting around like, oh, well, he was this kind of rapper. You know, like, to be honest, I could care less about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's really about just making good music. Like, people are gonna put you, you know, because you got people that'll look at Kendrick as a conscious rapper,
right?
And then you got some people that wouldn't put him in that lane. They'll put him in like I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's just like everybody has their different
soul kind of.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know where people gonna put me. They could put me, because I make all different types of music. Like, I was just talking to them in the car about how I'm about to like do a whole R&B track. Like,
okay.
Yeah, so like it just depends on.
Real quick.
Right up Mace's alley.
Let them know who them are. Let them know who you pulled up
Oh,
with tonight.
facts. I'm with my brothers. These my A1 day ones. My nigga Rim.
Salute.
Rim TCVG.
What up?
One of the illest photographers out here. Great dude. And my brother Cinematic.
Yes.
Some of you know him, some of you don't. But another dope photographer,
extraordinaire.
one of the illest.
One of the illest in the space.
We got another sin in the building.
Yeah, facts. We was talking about that too.
Yeah.
Clash of the Titans, boy.
Yo,
That's dumb funny.
Insert camera flash right here. That's his sound effect.
Now, David, we got the least amount of interaction with each other. I know you met all my guys.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They done
yeah.
popped out. I'm like, you know, I pop out sparingly. You know what I mean? I got kids, dude.
I feel you. I know how. Yeah.
But I'm gonna let you know, I'm Mase. I'm Mase. You know what I mean? They call my fault. They call me the investigator, bro. So you know what I mean? So I know a couple things. You know what I mean? Shout! I already know about Young Cole. You know what I mean? Shouts to Conan. You know what I mean? I be knowing vibes.
Matter of fact, we're gonna start calling you Nardwar. You be finding out
the Black Nardwar over here.
Mardwar.
Black Mardwar.
Shouts to Boynton Ave, Bronx stand up. You know what I mean? My Soundview niggas, real niggas.
Right.
Dude, speak on the Yeti side for us. The hood, the movement. Speak on Yeti side for us. Give us a little bit of talk about
Yeti
him,
side,
man.
that's my movement. That's my hood. That's my, you feel me? That's my section of the Bronx that we represent. It's Lafayette Avenue. So basically, like, I guess you could say we like 5 or 6 minutes from Hunts Point,
Right?
South Bronx or whatever. But long story short, so the block is called Lafayette, but I created Yeti side to like kind of like, you know, separate us like in a music sense, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a lot of dope talent in my neighborhood, and me being like I don't want to say like I'm the main rapper, but like me being the nigga who
shit.
nah, because you know what I'm saying, like it's a lot of dope niggas.
You can talk your shit, man.
Nah.
That's what we do here.
It's definitely a lot of dope niggas from my hood. I could definitely say I'm one of the niggas that's been doing it the longest.
Right.
So with that being said, I felt like it was up to me to create something that we all could rep at the same time to push us forward. So I created Yeti Side, and there's a bunch of dope artists under Yeti Side. You got my brother Izzy Miyagi, my brother Theory. That's just to name a few.
Copy.
But yeah, like that's my, like I said, that's my section. That's what we created. Like,
And that's what you leading, man.
Yeah, facts.
Heard you. That's dope.
I knew. So when I first heard you, because I always had it in your music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, that's the vibe. So I went to the Top of the Hill tournament in Soundview.
Oh,
you know what I'm
shit,
saying? So they tell you know the trap nigga.
Yeah.
So
He's your Bronx brother, right?
You was in the hood for real.
Was playing Yeti side. I'm like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Wait,
I'm
at
saying?
TOH?
Yeah.
Oh
That
shit.
is at a Yeti side.
Yeah, you
team.
know what's funny? You said they what?
That a Yeti side team.
TOH? Word? Damn.
TOH, Top of the Hill. Soundview.
Yo, that's
Road.
great, bro. I ain't been to. I'm gonna be honest. I'm
Yeah.
a busy nigga. Like, I ain't been to a TOH game in like at least 2-3 summers, and I live.
I'm going around
still
the
in the
corner
hood,
from
so
from the Commonwealth, Mo.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, yeah.
Yeah, so
Word?
I'm in the
that's
trap.
so funny. All right, so yeah,
Like
I ain't been to a
graffiti, nigga.
TOH game in like, I drive by it all the time, but
Yeah.
it be too.
You know, it's the trap, bro. It's the trap. You know what
So
I'm
you
saying?
saying they stole you to your team, bro? What's going on right now?
Nah.
What's
He
going
probably
on?
know the
but
niggas that
niggas in
put
my
the team
hood-
together.
All
Yeah.
it takes is one nigga to put the bread up. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
Probably a nigga from the team.
I ain't gonna lie,
Put
that's
the
some
bread up.
influence right
We got
there,
a whole
Brody.
tournament in my.
That's fire to me though.
Yeah.
I just thought
Tournament-
that was dope. Like it's not like it's some shit that's just up the block. It's just shit that's actually has a name and has a movement attached to it. I thought
facts.
that was fire.
Nah, hell yeah. That's
Money's
we-
behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's dope.
So
bro.
let me ask you this. You're relatively on the younger side, right? So like when I hear younger rappers, I always even the New York
Feels
niggas,
good to hear.
I compared to me, you know what I mean? I expect a certain sound,
All right.
but you are a lyricist.
Thank you.
What made you not want to lean into quote the drill sound or the younger sound and go more with the quote old New York aesthetic?
I didn't come up with that sound.
Oh,
Like I was about to say, like, I don't know what y'all came up listening to, but I can only. It's similar to what I came up to. Like,
it was
and that's what I mean. Like I came like,
That's real.
you know what I'm saying?
Batman
I came
voices.
up off Jada.
I'm sitting with Diddy and rhyming.
Nah, that's literally like how all these niggas sound. Like
I used to, listen, I know that they voices be hurting, my nigga, after them sessions.
Yeah.
But go ahead, my bro.
It'd be crazy.
You need a license.
It's the culture shit.
Bro.
What can I like?
Here you
You
go.
know what I mean?
But yeah, like I said, like the reason I don't sound like them is because like again, like I came up in a different era. Like when I started rapping when I was in 3rd grade.
Okay.
And at the time, shit, it was all about 50. It was all about Jada. It was all about DMX. It was all about Busta Rhymes. It was all like there was like everybody had their own sound. But for the main part, like you knew New York. Like there was a certain way you sounded when you was from New York. Like I ain't gonna front, one of my favorites who like really embodied the New York sound, Lloyd Banks.
Yeah.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like POK is he's
Money
he's
in the
something.
bank.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Talk about it.
he's a GOAT. So like we always knew there was a certain way you sounded if you come from the 5 boroughs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Granted, hip hop has changed. My voice has changed. Things, you know, my subject matter, things change. But for the main part, like, I don't know. Like, I can't just completely switch. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be honest. I fuck with the drill shit. It's just getting too repetitive. Like, it was cool when it first came out because you had a few artists that did it.
Right.
But now when it's like that's all you get from a young artist, that's when it gets boring. Like I don't got nothing wrong when it's really like, because when drill first came out, that was like Chief Keefe and them and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest, like from a younger nigga's perspective, that was an era. I know y'all like.
It feels good to
What's
have an
going on?
ally
Like, you know what I'm
here,
saying?
David.
But I'm gonna be honest, the Chief Keef era,
Finally.
again,
Bring him back now.
for real. I'm not gonna lie. That was an era in
Finally,
itself.
man.
Like it was its own. Again, especially coming from a New Yorker, and we looking like, yo, all this is going on in Chicago. Them niggas is wild. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like there's a Chicago and Brooklyn.
Right.
Chicago now in the Bronx, they from Chicago.
Yeah.
Now in
Talk
like
about
they all from Chicago. Like that's where
That's
it's
real.
now drill is like, you know what I'm saying? But there was nothing wrong with it when the people who did it.
Right.
Now everyone does it. So now it's getting boring.
That's
so.
real.
So let me ask you something.
I like
so I love these guys at the table, you know what I'm saying? These are my brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever somebody says, yo, like I rap, I'll tell you, my man Sin makes beats. Whenever says, yo, somebody's missing, I say, yo, Mase. That nigga, Mase will find him. You know what I'm saying?
I find him.
Mase is the nigga from Taking. He will find you.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody tell me they need some production work, they need guidance with their shit. I'm like, yo, my nigga job technician, man. So tell me about your guys, though. Izzy Miyagi. Tell me about him. I know he was on your joint in 2020.
Yeah.
I know he's on 2 of your joints on this last joint. Like,
That's my
tell
brother.
me about Izzy Miyagi, man. Talk about your brother.
That's my brother. Me and Izzy, we came up together. We we both from Yeti side. So
Salute.
Yeah. So, you know, and me and Izzy didn't like necessarily. I can't say we grew up together because he's like a little older than me. Like a lot of people don't know. So he got a few years on me, but around when I was like, I want to say like 19, 20, and we all from the same hood, so it's like we pass each other, you know what I'm saying? We cool, but like,
know niggas even if you don't know niggas.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I guess at the time, like my name, not even 19, I want to see like 17, 18 maybe. My name just started buzzing a little more in the hood. Like I was just dropping more music, and then he was doing music also. And then you know how it is.
Yeah.
Like when you're young, it's you don't need much of. It's like, oh, you rap, I rap, boom, we cool.
But dudes are real like that.
Nah, and then but I ain't gonna lie. That's what started our friendship, and then that's been my brother ever since. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like we original Lafayette babies. Like we really like me and him both born on our blocks, like, you know what I'm saying? So like we've known each other our whole lives, but we just started making music maybe 10 years ago. About 10 years ago, which isn't so
That's
recent.
Fire,
you know what I'm saying?
10 years ago is a long run, man.
I'm about to say, yeah. That's my brother. Word. Love that.
Respect, salute.
As far as being from the Bronx, is there a certain amount of pressure as far as my shit gotta sound like this because I'm from this said borough?
Nah. And because at the end of the day, like, I'm a representative of the culture, right?
Got you.
At the same time, I'm human. So I listen to a whole bunch of different things. So like, I can't tell you that everything that you hear on my tape is or on my projects is gonna sound super Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Because I've heard from a lot of people that I give them like a LA feel. Which I mean, and that's what I said. Like I was like, but you know what? It depends on what kind of songs you listen to.
Because when I listen to your rhymes, the thing that stood out to me was you're very personable. Like you don't just rhyme bars. Like you talk to your listeners. Right.
Yeah.
So I could see where niggas would say that shit.
Yeah. Like I said, like some of my favorite niggas. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like at a point, K Dot was one of my favorite MCs.
Talk about it.
You know, I was a big Kendrick fan.
Sinners validated.
And it's because of because of what you said. Like he's very personal in his music. Like I think
he said used to be though. He's
nah.
Listen, this the artist interview thing. We can't put no words in his mouth, man.
Yo, genie. All he did was make you wait 5 years, bro. Like, damn.
I'm still fucking with K Dot.
Copy.
Yo,
I'm a big K Dot fan.
So along those lines, as you just said, you know what I mean, you represent the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I hear your music, and that there's a hint of consciousness in it, and you talked about it in this interview already. It's not something that's like overbearing or heavy-handed. You know what I mean? It's not like a lot of times, like what people don't like about like the conscious hip-hop is that like they'll be heavy-handed with it. But you are very sort of like just kind of natural with it. But can you speak to that? Like where do you see conscious hip-hop going? Where do you see it now in the space? Like what's the space for it, and where do you see it going, and how do you see yourself in that space?
So personally, I feel like rap at least the best, like the rap that I like, it's all about being relatable. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
So like that's always been one of my main things. Like when I'm crafting a song, I'm thinking how I can easily relate to the fan. Like, you know, I don't want to make the song so complex that you can't understand. Like at the same time, I'm not dumbing nothing down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dumbing anything down, but I want people to relate. So, you know, that's why the things I talk about in my songs, they sound so relatable and close to home, because that's what I decide to talk about. Like there's things in my life, like there's things that go on in my life that I won't put in music because not everybody's going to understand that. And then there's artists that's like, fuck that, you're getting all of me. You know, with pause. But
I wasn't gonna say it.
Oh,
I was gonna let you rock.
Big pause.
I wouldn't have said conscience per se.
That's crazy.
Because I feel like when a lot of people hear conscience, they usually kind of think like, when a lot of people hear conscience, but no, I didn't think conscience. I thought more introspection. I think that's what you meant. I thought you meant more introspection.
No, I mean conscious. Like,
you listen
a lot of niggas
pro black bars.
Yeah,
when I hear conscious, I think of Common. You know what I'm saying? I think of those.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with Common. Common's nice.
Nah,
but he's saying that niggas they run away when they hit conscious.
They do. They do.
Yeah,
but it's not like you said. It's not heavy-handed. It's very.
And you gotta give it to, and you gotta pause again, but you gotta feed people in doses.
The preemptive pause.
Yeah, facts.
You know,
gotta feed people in doses.
That's what we do here.
Niggas is funny. Nah, for real though, you gotta feed people in doses. So like, yeah, like I got a few tracks that I'm really like speaking to people, and I'm you know, expressing my feelings on what the fuck is going on today. At the same time, I'm also a hood nigga. I got songs that you could just smoke to and post up in front of your I got deli music.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we do.
Good vibes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got that, you know, chill in your crib, smoke a blunt with your niggas, you know. But at the same time, we also, you know, the good thing about albums back then is that you had a few songs that made you think.
Facts.
You had a few songs that made you feel like you just wasn't just some hood nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
Like songs that you know, like
That's real.
Can I ask you something though?
What's up?
Are you, now that Diddy said what he said, do you worry about the stigma behind like conscious rap and talking about like,
right? Because you out of Sound View, you know how real niggas
You know what I
be
mean?
talking about shit. You know what I mean? So you got the pressures.
Wait, when you say the stigma, what do you mean though?
what Diddy alluded to?
Where people
Like,
would take
People sit here conscious rapping, they immediately tune out.
To be honest though, it goes back to what I said about you got to make it relatable. Like you got to be able to. If you're an artist, like an artist, and again, it all depends on what your goal is. If your goal is to eventually sell records one day, though, you have to have your message and craft it in a way it is digestible to the masses.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? In a way that doesn't compromise your integrity either. Like you don't want to like
it's a delicate balance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You definitely don't want to like do some shit that isn't you, but you want to, I don't want to say it, but you want to give people what they want.
You're not
while
wrong.
giving yourself what you still, you know what I'm saying? It's like you said, it's a delicate balance. It's a delicate balance.
Still being yourself, but still giving them that part of you that you want to give them.
So you know what? Staying in tune with that. You were in the room with us when we were talking about like what albums are in 2023.
Yeah.
Based on what you just said, giving the people what they want, but at the same time still staying true to yourself. How do you approach making albums in this climate?
Oh man, to be honest, I'm not even in the industry in my mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I have a like somewhat of a scope on me, but like I make whatever comes to my mind. Like, to be honest, like most of my albums, I'm now reaching a point where I'm crafting albums with more intention. But to be honest, a lot of the times, it's just a bunch of songs that I've made over the course of a few months, and boom, we put it together, and it's a project, and people love it. But and you know, I hear it all the time. Yo, that shit sounds mad cohesive. I'm like, there's no way. We made
like,
all of this shit at different times in
if
my
you
life.
only knew.
Now,
I was up here, I was broke here. This shit we made 4 years ago, and I just revamped it.
Maybe
this is like,
maybe
and
that's
we
the-
all
yeah.
package it together. Boom. You know,
Maybe
and
that's the cohesion, the roller coaster of emotion. You know what I'm saying?
and maybe that's
It
it.
just depends on the listener. That's
Yeah,
the listener
yeah.
is so vital to the listener, because 10 people listen to something and all 10 people will get different things out of it. You just hope that most of those 10 people got what you were trying to give.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
The last thing I'm doing is like sitting there, like, oh shit. Well, I know Kendrick did this on his last album.
Right.
Well, I gotta find a way to, man.
Right.
People going if people want to listen, they're gonna listen, and if they like it, you know, it's hard to tell your brain once you like something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all that
Right.
matters.
It's a thin line between being inspired and just biting
right.
what you're hearing, right? And you are definitely on the. I sense the inspirations, but you are like definitely your own voice, your own. You know what I mean? Your own person.
I try to be
bar
word.
so well crafted, man.
Now, David,
Good
that's
looking,
a
bro.
fact. Now, David, we can speak about the relatability. We can speak about how you like to make sure that all listeners could get a feel for your music. But at the end of the day, we know you ain't no regular guy. Go stream that, listen to that. That's a hard record.
Good looking.
You already know.
On the radar, I'll talk about it.
You heard me? So but at the end of the day, like I say, you ain't no regular guy. What I do know about you is that you have an extensive self-recording process. You don't just pop up to the studio. You record yourself. You do your own music. You a very self-contained artist. Now, do you
I like to think so.
what do you prefer? Like is it hard as an artist who can basically create everything from scratch themselves? Is it hard to go and give this person input on how I'm gonna do things and listen to what they gonna say how I'm supposed to do things? How do you battle with that as an artist?
To be honest,
Good question.
yeah, very good question. When it comes to writing the music, I don't take much input, but when you say art, like, because I consider all of it art, like
Right.
the videos, the even like, you know, my Instagram freestyles, like all of it is art to me, and I don't create none of that by myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I take a bunch of input. Like the two niggas like Cinematic and Rim, like those are two of the people that I take probably the most input from. Like, so nothing I do for the main part is like just, I'm not, you know, as far as like writing the music, that is for the main part straight from my mind. But like, and we was just talking about it like the other day, like I struggle with like, you know, when it comes to
It's cold.
thinking about like videos and like concepts for, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I need
You willing to
extra
delegate.
insight. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Shouts to Cinematic and Rim, part of the Brain Trust, man.
That's a fact. Hell
Salute.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'll come in with this question. When we met you, you were in a different situation, right?
Yeah.
Now, you're a solo act, all encompassing solo act. How are you, as far as creative control, artistic control, business wise? What is the difference between how we met you and where you are right now?
No real difference. Everything like you said, just realizing that you're, as an artist, you're all you have. Like it's you're the only one that's gonna like really make sure you make it to the places you need to be. And that's kind of what every man here is doing. Like, you know, we all got families. We all got, like, don't get me wrong. We all look out for each other, but it's you know, the society we come up with, it's like a dog-eat-dog world. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's every man, I'm not going to say every man for themselves, but, like, we all got to look out for each other. So, like, once you realize, like, the next man not going to look out for me the way I'm gonna look out for myself, then it makes you move different as like once as an artist you just lock into the fact that this shit not gonna move without me. Like nobody's gonna wake up more invested in my shit than I'm gonna be.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
real.
everybody got their own shit going on. So the people you do have in your circle, cherish them, because let's be honest, who's like, people are waking up thinking about their own shit. Nobody's waking up thinking about your shit.
That's deep. That's some real game right there.
Nah,
Real
for real.
shit.
Talk about it. Said you had another question?
Yeah, I I like to go back, way back. So you say you started rhyming in like 3rd grade.
Yeah. Word.
Who was the David James inspiration in 3rd grade?
Damn. I knew you was gonna ask that. I knew you was gonna ask that.
Goody.
All right, y'all want to know the truth? Because I'm not gonna sit here and cap. Y'all want to know the truth?
Facts.
Always.
Bow Wow and Romeo.
Wow.
Listen. All right, so when I was
Ain't
young,
nobody fresh as he is, man.
so when I was young, that's what we used to do. We would come to school, rapping the new, like my mom. So my mom, shout out to my mom, had, super religious, Antiguan lady. I couldn't bump curses in the crib.
Oh,
Like if it had curses,
Nah, I feel
I
you.
couldn't listen. So like all this shit you hear is just learned. I learned all this shit from being outside. Like
Salute.
I wasn't supposed to learn none of this shit.
Salute to all the
Like-
Caribbean kids who had to suffer, bro.
Yo,
Listen.
for real, bro. Like
Salute.
real quick. I always talk about how Redman's first album changed my life, but before Redman, the album that I purchased myself with my own money was Heavy D Blue Funk, because it didn't have no curses and it didn't have the explicit
Sheesh.
lyric sticker on it, because I had the same type of parents. I was on
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My mom, like if my mom, yo,
That's crazy.
No. Shouts to Heavy D, man. Heavy D's a legend, man.
Like, he is, but
He
still.
is.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
whenever-
to him.
I ain't gonna lie. Whenever my mom will bring
Yo,
an album home, that shit never had a the parental shit.
Yeah, the parental shit.
Never. I knew. Damn,
Yeah.
it's just gonna be
Yeah.
mad bleeps and I hated it.
Right.
What is this?
Like, all right. So y'all want to know some of the albums I remember my mom buying me? B2K Pandemonium.
Oh my
Oh
God.
man,
That was a good album.
that had a
actually.
couple joints.
Yeah, that was the bump up era.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yo,
Was it
I remember-
Girlfriend?
Yeah.
The R&B round table.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hove on the bump
Nah,
freestyle.
for real. I remember my mom coming home with that. I'm like, well, I guess
I'll
this is
take
what I
it.
got for Christmas. Like,
Diddy
fuck
got
it.
some joints.
I take it. Got some joints, man. Shout out to Diddy.
All right. Yeah, and if y'all laughing at this, wait till y'all hear this. Nick Cannon's first album.
Wow.
you lost
Now
me.
you lost me.
The self-titled.
Yo,
All right,
David,
y'all want to?
we
it's
thank you
been
for coming
great.
on the show.
Yo,
Amazing.
this wasn't me.
Mr.
But
James.
y'all
love you,
gotta,
bro.
yo, y'all should.
Is that the one with the R. Kelly joint on there?
Gigolo?
The Gigolo shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
Gigolo.
Walter,
Yo.
let's wrap it up.
And look
Wow.
look where I am now.
Evolution, y'all.
Look where I am now.
Evolution.
But
Listen.
I swear to you, those were the kind of albums my mom was bringing home. So like,
Never know what you gonna
so
get.
when I'm going to school, I'm not really until I start opening my mind and I start meeting different friends and shit like that. I don't know nothing about like, Cam.
Facts.
I ain't
Nah,
learned
no
none of
funny
that
shit.
until like
Besides
4th,
Discover
5th
Redman.
grade.
Mhm.
No, I ain't have no big brothers. You know what I'm saying? So it was
Same, bro. Same.
Shout out to
You know?
your moms, because
Nah,
she
she
wanted
kept me
the
on the-
best for you.
Yo,
man.
Dad,
bro. As most Caribbean
Yo, she
parents
literally
do.
bought me Nick Cannon, Romeo.
Oh,
She
man.
trying to get you right.
This looks like a respectable young man.
Word.
Yeah, she was trying. She was really
My
trying.
family started me with
Not the kid.
Boogie Down Productions, Edutainment. That's what they started me with, bro. So
wait, what?
Hey,
yeah,
that's
88.
right.
What?
Nah, no
What's
funny
that?
shit.
Edutainment.
It's funny because
KRS-One's team.
Oh,
Boogie Down Productions.
Shit. Shout out KRS-One.
Yeah, man.
Nah,
Boogie
because
Down shit, but
Let
damn.
me have.
I hear David talking and Dini know my history, and I understand Caribbean parents.
You know the
I'm
vibes.
Guyanese, bro. So it's
you
like when I
knows.
brought 36 Chambers home and I put on Bring the Motherfucking Ruckus,
Oh,
I was fighting
over.
for my life, my nigga.
bro. Y'all don't
So
understand.
I understand your mother's plight. She said, "This is a
Yo.
good boy. We're gonna play this BTK.
Nah, literally, yeah.
This Romeo.
How
We want
fast
the
they-
best for him."
How fast they grabbed that belt, bro?
Bro, I was in trouble. Nigga, I got in trouble for bringing a little kid, but the nigga was beating off in the movie theater.
Chill.
You know how much trouble I got in, my nigga? Like, I
Extra
was in bad
butter.
trouble.
The extra butter.
Caribbean parents, yo, listen, I love my West Indian people. But fuck,
Yeah,
when you
Caribbean
first
parents.
generation,
hard, man.
it was a hard time playing rap music, my nigga.
real,
I understand that shit. But David, let me ask you this, going forward. What do you have in the tuck as far as independent artists, as a boss, etc.?
Damn, be honest. A lot of music in the tuck.
Okay.
I can't get. I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Spilling beans and shit like. But
You could give us a little song.
I
A little something for the table.
alright, I got some shit. Alright, so I got some shit with my man Fresco Van Gogh. I don't know if y'all know about him.
Hey.
He's one of the illest niggas.
I love
out
the
of
name.
BK. Yeah, my boy Fresco Van Gogh out of Brooklyn.
You in the right borough.
I got some shit coming with my sis Major Galore.
That name too.
That's she from the Bronx, Castle Hill area.
Talk
big,
about
big Bronx.
Yeah, hell yeah. You know me. I keep it real. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And should I should tell
Yo, let us
What
know.
you think, Sid?
You had the bar rap round table. I sit with G,
Round
dripping
table
weed, discussing
exclusive.
ways to get the cheese. With no investigation from the G. What are we doing here? Drop it, bro.
I got yo, all right.
They
Talk
put you
to
on the
us.
spot, gang.
Nah, I keep it funky. So I got a project coming out with my brother Passport Rav.
Talk.
Friend of the table.
Friend of the table.
Passport, what up,
Big
bro?
Passport.
Ravioli, what's good?
That's some high level rhyme.
Family right there.
Me and Passport have been working extensively.
That
and
vibe would be crazy. I'm just imagining the vibe
Yep.
between the two of you.
That's-
Looking forward to
That's
that.
yeah,
crazy.
that's about to be stupid. And I got a song coming out with my nigga Uncle John.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got shit in the works.
So I got some.
Bring that
I
on,
got
y'all.
Shit in the
yeah.
works.
The winter is about to be real
You heard
real
it here,
spooky.
y'all.
Real spooky this winter.
Yo.
Not even gonna lie.
Unlaced Timbs and marmots out
Yeah,
there.
yeah, hell
Feel
yeah.
me?
Big Bronx energy.
Whole lot
Love
of
hip-hop,
yeah.
man.
Whole lot of puffer coats and
man.
standing in front of delis and
Dig.
stay clear. Rim, I know you hate when I say that.
They clear the black Air Forces.
Whole lot of that, you know what I mean?
Clear the
So,
black Air Forces.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yo,
man.
David, you know what? You've delivered. This interview was exactly what we needed.
Facts.
But going forward, for our audience who might not know who you are, they want to get in contact with you. Where can they find you on social media?
Listen, it's your boy David James, Mr. Yeti Side, Mr. 10473, Mr. Pass Me the Spliff, Mr. Whatever y'all want to call me. Listen, if y'all looking for me on IG, type in David James Music. If y'all looking for me on YouTube, David James Music. That's MUZIK. David James. If you're looking for me on Apple, David James with a $sign at the end. Don't forget that $sign
Need that
because you
dollar
won't
sign.
find me. It's a million niggas trying to be David James for some reason.
About it.
But there's only one.
When you
Only
type
one.
in,
There
It
can
took
only
me
be one.
It took me a
Put the
second.
when you
dollar
type in
sign.
David
Dollar
James,
sign.
it's a million
There we
niggas
go.
trying to be me. I don't know why. It's very difficult.
We know
Put
why.
the dollar sign.
But nah, yeah, like I said, David James, $sign at the end. And yeah, man, I'm not hard to find. If you're looking for real music, you can find me. If you know where the spitters is at, y'all know where to find me. Like,
Salute.
and shout out to y'all for having me.
Absolutely.
We've been talking about this for a minute. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? And I'm glad I could finally be up here and really like chat with some people who give a fuck about the culture, because
It's real.
we know niggas don't. You know what I'm saying?
course. Talk
So
about it.
I appreciate y'all for giving a fuck. And word.
We
Be
appreciate
clear,
you,
the
bro.
Rap Roundtable is here because, in fact, we give a fuck. David, we appreciate you. When that project is fully loaded and ready to drop, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make sure that you pull back up to this podcast so we can
talk.
give you that proper rollout, let niggas know where they can
Oh, I
find
can't
it.
wait. Bet. Hell
we,
yeah.
We appreciate you for being a good interview, good energy.
Fire.
Honestly, bro, you are what your music represents, and it's rare that happens where the music and the artist are one and the same. We appreciate that. But nevertheless, Dini, again,
Hey,
take us home.
get out of here.
Yo, I'm a little drizzed. I'm a little schmizzed.
Fall for them.
But y'all know the vibes.
Shout out Rim. Shout out
Salute
Cinematic.
to my brother
Yeah.
David James.
Shout out
Salute
Walt.
to Cinematic. Salute to my, yo, what was your name again, my brother?
Rim.
Rim.
Ram.
R-I-M.
Cinematic.
So I know 2 Rims now, y'all.
Yes,
go.
you do.
And
Facts.
both are good dudes. Salute to Rim.
One from the BX, one from BK.
You
That's
dig
all.
that?
Hey, man.
Good energies,
Talk
man.
heavy.
Yes, sir.
Salute to my brother Masito, man. He will find you. Don't
Hey,
fuck
man.
around,
You
man.
better hide, nigga.
Salute to
I didn't even
Sincere.
realize how
put-
serious that was.
A
So just
particular set
now,
of skills.
2 days.
I
2 nights.
will find you. You know
The
what I'm
Black
saying?
Nardwar.
Mardwar, nigga.
I'm gonna figure it out, yeah.
Mardwar.
Nigga said, I'm gonna figure it out.
Salute to Sincere the Rap Snob.
You gotta put that on the
Production wizard. Salute to Jav, the point guard, man, the technician, man. This is the Rap Roundtable, man. I'm D, the Balance of the Force. You know what the fuck we do here, man.
Chef.
David James, the Rap Roundtable. We out of here, man.
Sir.
Fuck with the game.
Episode 82. Hit that like button. Fuck with the best part of New York City, you heard?
There we
Most
go.
dangerous.
Yes,
most
sir.
influential.
New
most
Delhi.
copied. It's good. New Delhi, what up?
India.
Love by
Morocco. Fuck with
Enhancement
us.
free.
No hits.
Nah. Yo, you know what's funny? I used to know how to do it. Let me see. Time out. Oh,
I lost it, bro. I lost it.
Yo, my shit.